Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream, man. How are we doing? How are we doing out there? We good? We good? Have you been having a good weekend as well? Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It's massively appreciated. It helps out a lot as well. And quick little plug, we got to do it. I did upload a video earlier on as well if you want to check that out, guys. It's a pinned comment on both the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. Check it out. Shout out to everybody who's been watching the videos recently as well. The last couple of videos of that kind of slapped, actually. They're doing really well, so thank you to anybody who's been watching them. Appreciate you. Yo, Jamie, what's going on, dude? Welcome, buddy. You doing good? That's good to hear, man. He's good to hear. I'm home alone tonight, man. Rosie's gone to my my auntie's party. I know, I ain't gone. I know. I'm dog watching now. That's my excuse. She's here somewhere. She's behind me somewhere. There you can see her. See little doggo. See little doggo. Alright, we're gonna check out a couple of videos tonight. I haven't really got much to look at, really. There's not much going on. And then probably play some, well, we're gonna play some Wuthering Waves. Maybe well, we need to do some of the new stuff that's out as well. Plus, probably doing a little bit of pre-farming. Maybe do some echo farming, a little bit of gear farming for Camellya. Still, I'm on the fence at the moment whether I should go and try and get C2 Storekeeper, which I really would like to do. But at the moment, I've got a guarantee, so it's like, do I just save that for Camellya? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to pull on the GM banner, I don't know. But my account is broke at the moment, so, I don't even know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. We'll see, though. But, appreciate everybody stopping by, guys. Hopefully you've had a good weekend so far as well. Hopefully it's been alright. Been good. Give me a second here and we'll get into it, man. We'll get into it. So yeah, man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who checked out the videos, man. They've been smashing it the last couple of days. Yo, Cheese, what's going on, bro? Faffing the cats. I do it all the time, bro. You won't believe the amount of times I'm writing out titles and I'm like there just typing away and then I look and I'm just like, started off with lowercase and everything else is fucking uppercase. It's just normal for me, bro. Where are we? I'll have a look at that, actually. See, I'm not really seeing anything that's like, you know? It's making me want to check it out, really. I'm just having a little look here. I'm still on the fence as well. I want to pick up Metaphor. I do want to get it. It looks good. So we might stream that one of the days. It might be just a game of play offline. It's nice sometimes to have some games you just do off stream, off content, just to chill. Where are we? Okay. Yeah, man. I ain't really seen anything. Yeah. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, nothing new that I can see anyway, so we'll have a look at what we've already got. You lot, doing much this weekend? I was out with my family tonight because it's my auntie's birthday. I'm like the terrible, nephew. He's gone, but my missus is gone, you know what I mean? My excuse is though that I'm dog watching. So, that's how I play it off, you know? That's how I play it off. Just check something here. The stream coming through at 1440p on YouTube as well. Oh, Flair, what y'all lot been playing anyway, video game wise? What you been playing, boys? What you been playing? I still need to pick up the Forever Winter as well. Actually just beat Frost on Northgard for the first time. No, I don't think I've known that game, but I'll have a look. Oh, Bifrost. Okay. Northgard Bifrost. Oh, okay. I know doing Spice Wars. Okay, interesting. Alright. Okay. Let me just check something on Steam again a second. I've had a couple of games in my my cart for the last few days. I just haven't pulled the trigger. It's like, I want to get that Metaphor Refantasia, but it's like, it's 60 quid, I think, innit? Which, like, I know that's like the price of new games now, because I've like been so tight recently playing a lot of free-to-play games. And this is coming from somebody, like, who would buy 1 or 2 games a month. Just going back to, like, paying 60 quid for games now, it's just like, I'm just like, I don't wanna, you know? I don't wanna do it, man. Is there anything in Silent Hills 59 as well? That's up there. Well, lie down, else. Do you wanna go inside? Hold up a second. Huge over there. Added a major free expansion to challenge mode where you can co-op or solo through 4 maps and beat a boss. Okay. What deals we got on Steam? Planet Crafter, Tropical. I like Tropical. I do like Tropical, actually. Let's see what's in there. And the last one I played was 5, I think. Viva el Presidente. Let's have a look at some of the deals. Is there anything cool looking? Mortal Online, not really my vibe. Remember playing the first one, not for me. Pax Australia, is it? Up to 90% off during startup, publisher sale. Europa. Economics. DLCs. What are you doing, Steam? Well, what's Steam doing? Tomb Raider. Hair Wash Simulator. I was gonna get this game initially because I think this is the one. Yeah, this game looks pretty cool actually. Storage Hunter Simulator. There's a Storage Hunter Simulator game. What the? Dude, there's so many simulator games now. Like, what the fuck? Okay, that could be kind of funny for like content, I guess. A Starcov event is that. That could actually be kind of funny for content. Roundfall. This is brand new, yeah. Got kind of cool art style, actually, hasn't it? Okay. Turn the music down a little bit, man. I don't know if that's loud for you guys, but it's fucking loud for me. Polaris 2024. What's that? Oh, is it a developer, Polaris? I guess so, yeah. Timberborn. Never played that, you know. Detroit Become Human. Kingdom 2 Crowns, Call of Olympus. Ted End. This game looked kind of cool. I was always wanting to grab that. I just never got around to doing it. RimWorld, never played that. I know a lot of people like that. Chained Together. What's in the RPG section? Let's have a look. What's in the RPG section? Anything interesting? Not seeing anything. Vikings, Sex and Blood. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Nothing really. Lost Ark, Arcesia Ignited. Oh, okay. Tomb Raider 456 again remastered will release 14th of February 2025. The real Lara will be back. Bro, have any of you watched the new show? Man, they really buffed her up, like, didn't they? You know? And what the deal with that was. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, well, maybe not Wednesday, but Monday and Tuesday next week, because Rosie's working down in London for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to hopefully do some longer streams, because we'll go to the gym normal, come back, get a video up, get live, and then we won't be having to pick her up from work, so we'll just like, you know, we'll go through. That's the plan anyway. I'm going to miss her, but obviously it'd be cool to do that. Hold on a second, man. I think the dog wants to go out. Give me a sec. You're not paying any more, but you are. Come on. Dog freaking things will keep thinking Rosie's back. Let her out. Give me a second for it to come back in. We need to group on some goofy Deadlock or talk or whatever. It'd be hilarious to see the headshots on each of that. Dude, I need to get back on Deadlock actually. I ain't played it for like a week or so. I'll be down for some Deadlock for sure. I ain't got Tarkov installed at all, I don't think. I've got the launcher installed though. Done. Shit. Alright, okay. She's done trolling me now. I have to take her to the back door, the side door, open it, take her outside to show her that Rosie won't back. Before she believed me. She won't believe me otherwise. Dog's trolling me all the time, man. It was good to meet you. I found your channel by searching Camellya Elite Gameplay. You seem like a chill dude. I'm subscribed to you now. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Alright then, shall we have a look at some videos then, shall we? And then we'll hop on to Wuthering Waves. Probably do a little bit of pre-farming maybe for Camellya. Maybe, well, we definitely need to get some Echo experience and some well, we need lots of experience actually. I'm a little bit dry at the moment. And we'll probably do some mats as well, potentially. Maybe get some boss mats as well while we can. Give me a second here though. Okay, let's have a look at what we got here then. Let's have a look at what we got here. Alright, we ain't really got much today, really, if I'm honest, that's popped up on my feed that's, like, interesting to check out. But, shall we have a look? I don't know if I checked this video from 10:10. It's like 20 minutes long, though. Is any Zone Zero better than Wuthering Waves? I know, but curious. They're threatening me to quit a Steorg video. Do you know what? We haven't watched any Steorg videos for a while, have we? Let's see what he's got going on. Do like a bit of Steorg. Alright, check out this video then, guys. Oh, bit of surf gameplay in the back. Dude, I hate it when people put surf gameplay in the background because I end up focusing on the surf gameplay and I'm not paying attention to what's going on in the video. just my brain just switches off and I go into autopilot mode and the surf gameplay in the background. But yeah, let's check out this video from Steorg then. If you haven't already, guys, check him out. It makes great content. They are threatening me to quit. All right, let's see what he's got to say about this. And I'm intrigued. Let's have a little look.
Okay, so I was waiting to make this video since forever. Look, I know I've been not that consistent these days, and I'm kind of busy.
I'm telling you, as soon as it comes on the screen, the surfing gameplay, just like my brain just does something. My ears switch off and I just end up zoning out. Stop putting surfing gameplay on your videos, guys, because I've got terrible attention deficits
with some things, but you know, I don't have a lot of haters, but my haters are the most dedicated ones you'll ever find. So I have to talk about these people who want to force me to quit. You're gonna discover a new type of people. And
the thing is though, when it comes to haters, I'm always in the belief that if you did quit, majority of them would genuinely be sad. Probably be the odd few that'd be just glad. But I think typically people who are not interested, who might dislike your content, just don't ever watch your content. The people who keep coming back to throw slander or just attack you or just whatever, sometimes they might even have a point. I think they can't help but keep coming back. They're either like a fan in a sort of kind of way, or it's just like, you know, that attraction to just keep coming back. So I definitely think most people who tend to be haters of people don't really ever want to see them quit because it gives them something to feed on it, don't they?
And this is gonna blow your mind. I already talked about some death wish.
I'll be interesting because I do watch like Lolcow Live. Anybody who's watching me regularly knows I watch a bit of Wings of Redemption sometimes, and you know, I think I've seen pretty much everything that trolls can do to content creators, to be fair.
Wishes and some death threats before, but that's not it. We're talking about people who are paying money to make my channel die. So, we have a lot of things that happened on my channel. I was waiting to complete the gacha awards, and it was a cool little event. I had some fun with
Callum Swords as well. I like Callum Swords. What's his name now? Is it Vulcan? I like his content as well. I've watched a few of his videos.
Creators. I think a lot of people had fun with it, but since then I was trying to make this video.
Hex.
So, 3 or 4 months ago, I started noticing something weird on my channel. Almost every single video that I upload suddenly gets 20 to 40 dislikes. It goes from 1 to 20.
Hey dude, I've been there before in the past, honestly. Obviously people probably look at my channel now and be like, dude, you don't get that many views. But back in the day, I used to. And it didn't matter. As soon as I went live or uploaded a video back in the day, straight away, there was a bunch of dislikes. It was usually around about the same number every single time a video went up. And it was within seconds. So somebody either had multiple accounts or there was a little group that just as soon as a video would go live, they'd be like, dislike. It didn't really affect the videos. That was at the time when I was doing a lot of live GTA stuff as well. And there was like this group that tended to follow us around and try and troll us all the time. It didn't really bother me. I never got too angry about it. You know, some content creators get really pissy about it. I used to just laugh it up, man, hop into a game mode where they couldn't fuck with me most of the time.
20. I'm like, what did I do? Like, sometimes my videos are just like normal guides, maybe some controversial takes sometimes, but it's kind of weird. I was like, is my channel getting raided by
Any
someone
interaction
or
is
something?
interaction,
and now,
right?
you know that if people dislike...
And I think as well, really, when you're making content, I think if you've got no haters to a degree, it means you're probably not voicing your opinions. Sometimes people can be as benign, they make the most benign content and they'll still attract people. But usually, I think you're doing something right. Now, I know a lot of people are like, what? But I think if it's balanced out by most people kind of seeing where you're coming from, I think if you've got a few, I think it shows you're at least voicing your opinion, you know what I mean?
Like a video, this video is more likely to be disliked, right? So these videos will get disliked more than others. And what's crazy is, after 24 to 48 hours, those 30 dislikes on my video disappear. Like, it's like YouTube checked them and knew that they are bots.
But I was going to say, they must be botted then.
Of course, since they had that initial amount of dislikes, real people already disliked the video because they saw, oh my god, 30 dislikes, this video is probably bad, I'm gonna dislike it too. But the ratio of dislikes wasn't that bad in most videos, it doesn't matter. The problem is...
what if well, I don't know, you might go on to some other reason, but what if they are people who are actually fans and it's some weird way of thinking that they're giving you extra interaction, maybe of liking disliking the video, and they're actually taking the dislike off and liking the video after as well, maybe? It's probably more likely bots, but still.
I was so shocked about this. Okay, it's obvious these are botted dislikes, but why would someone do this to me? And this is not the crazy part of the video. That's why I started with it. That's not what I'm talking about. This is just introduction to what's happening. And since ZZZ...
Hold up a second. When did this video go up? 5 hours ago. Oh, it's a shame now. You can't see the dislike ratio. I was just about to check it, but I forgot. You can't see the You can get an extension to see that, can't you? Might have to get that one of the days.
Came out. Whenever I make a video, I just upload some and they suddenly stop getting views in like 1 hour. And I get comments saying, why is this video flagged for cyberbullying? What?
Well, okay. Interesting. People trying to flag his content then. Okay. So that's a problem. Some of the tools in YouTube at the minute. I understand that they've got a lot more tools now to do for people to use to stop trashy content, but they still can be abused a little. It's not like back in the day, like when they first started introducing some of these tools, YouTube, they got abused so badly. I must admit, YouTube have got a lot better with that sort of stuff of introducing tools and then over time tweaking them to figure out the flaws and where people are really using them in an abusive way. Still not perfect, and it's because YouTube's so big that a lot of the systems are, you know, they're done by algorithms, they're done by AI. It's automated, you know what I mean? It can't be done by a human being because it's just, I can't remember what the number was now, but it was an extraordinary amount of content that goes up every minute onto YouTube. Like, so many hours, like an unbelievable number, you know what I mean? That's like, actually, like, it's surprising that anything really can be vetted on YouTube to a degree.
Then I check and it gets removed by some reviews. This exactly, I cannot confirm if it's a problem on YouTube or it was mass reported. So I'm not gonna say anything about this. I'm just adding it as a side thing. Now,
probably a bit of
the
both.
funniest thing is, just to come back to the dislike thing, I do know about some websites that do give you free likes on your video, and do not use these things. They will kind of ruin your channel. But just to demonstrate how people can do that, at least for free if they have to work for it, there's like...
Why would you show people? You know, there's some dude watching this now going, okay, all right. Hey, might ruin my YouTube channel, you say? I think I'm going to give that a whirl. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be showing to people. Yo, Roy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream.
You go on a website, you do like a video for someone, you get some points. These points can be used so that you can put your link so people can like your video or dislike a video that you want.
Okay.
Now, just a side tangent.
So it's less of a bot thing and more of like it's kind of like it's like a third party way of doing like for like, sub for sub. Remember when that? I think that's still kind of a thing now. It's a lot less, but back in the day on YouTube, I remember the amount of times people had come into your YouTube channel and into your live stream or on your videos. Like, you know, this is when, like, you know, I was starting to go from like having like 10 to 20 people watching to between like 50 to 100 and then like going up to a few hundred people watching on YouTube back in the day. The amount of people that had come in and be like, sub for sub, sub for sub. And I'd try my best to explain to people how, like, it's no good for you or me. It's no good. So, like, the fact that people are doing it for a third party now, it's in 2024, it's wild.
I was trying to show this in a video, and I was trying to like a random video, and an Enviosity video popped out. I'm not even joking. Envy, what are you doing?
Oh, no way. Exposed, bro.
It's insane. I mean, as I said, we can't confirm that the person is doing that, but that's kind of crazy. Anyway, now let's move to something that started annoying me even more, because these things were already kind of hurting my channel a little bit. I was getting views on a lot of other videos, but some random videos do get that hit, or even some videos do get good views, but they kind of get more dislikes or something like that. It's like whatever.
So it just depends on your content sometimes. Sometimes, like, it sounds like, you know, there are people trying to actually go after him a little bit, which isn't surprising, you know, in the world we live in now. And you know, this ain't nothing new on YouTube anyway. But YouTube's weird sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes a video might just not be so good. Title might be off. Thumbnail might be off. Something like that. But like, you know what? I will have those videos myself where they'll start popping really quick. And then they'll just stop getting views. And then all of a sudden, you wake up the next day and they've shot up in views again. Like, I put a video up, I think it was the day before yesterday. It was the Zenly Zone Zero mod video. Up until today, that had like 70 views or something. I checked it earlier. It's sitting on in my studio because that's a little bit more up to date on the views usually. And that's sitting on like 1,400 odd, 500 odd views. I was just like, why did that pop all of a sudden? It's kind of weird.
Ever. So if we check a random
it's just
video,
stuff getting
some of these
picked up,
videos
like, you
are
know.
getting 50 to 65% watch time, and it's good, but that's not
That's
the
decent.
actual average. I'm getting less. That's because I found out that I get like 2,000 views.
See, that's the thing that can really affect your channel, that is. Because that is low, like, you know. I think it depends now. Like, my average seems to be around anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes, which is really good, because back in the day, it used to be really low. So yeah, average view duration is really good, actually.
2,000 external views from a website called Easy Viewing YouTube. It's like so obvious. And all of them are getting 18 seconds of watch time. The problem is they're not getting deleted by YouTube. It's like YouTube is not detecting that these are bots.
Yeah.
And I was kind of afraid that my channel is...
That was happening to me for a while on Twitch. I don't know if anybody remembers. Remember when I was streaming Boundary? I don't know if you know that game. It was like a Chinese space shooter where it was all about 3D movement. Actually kind of a fun game. Game's died now, which is a shame, because it actually was a fun game. It was like Call of Duty in space, pretty much. But like, I'd stream that, and don't get me wrong, I had drops on, which obviously can inflate your views anyway. And quite a lot of time when you got drops on, it's hard to read how many people are watching, really, because you're like, well, it's really quiet in chat, but then you forget when you're watching streams for drops, you don't talk in chat, you just have it up and you're doing something else, don't you? So it's like, you get less people talking, but more views. And for a while, I was just like, oh, it's a load of people, AFK. But like now and again, like, well, actually pretty much every stream, there'd be Chinese people coming into the stream, and I was just thinking, what's because it's a Chinese game? But then like, I'd look, because like, Twitch shows like where your traffic's coming from. And I can't remember the website now, but it was like, it was something to do with boundary dot something. It was a Chinese website basically. And I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm either getting like embedded on some Chinese website, or I'm just getting botted from China. Potentially, you never know if it could be something to do with the devs. You never know. Maybe just trying to drive traffic and make it look like the category was doing better to push it up the browse section on Twitch. Because like at that point there was only me and about 5 other people streaming the game, but all of us had anywhere between 60 to 200 people watching, where our normal streams would have like 10 people watching. So it was a bit dodgy.
It's gonna get nuked or something, because they will suspect that I'm the one who's botting my channel. So
Yeah.
I did contact the support. They said that you're good, and if these views are fake, we're gonna delete them. But as I said, some of these views are not getting deleted, and
Yeah, I think that's the way that Twitch and YouTube take it now, if I'm honest. They just take it as you're not doing it yourself. I think even when it might even be quite obvious that a content creator themselves are botting themselves, because a lot of people could just bot people, basically. I've had it happen on YouTube in the past where, like, I remember I've been streaming and it's just been, like, constantly getting subs for, like, an hour, to the point where I've had to turn off my sub alerts, because it's just been going and going and going and going and going. And I think that's what they do. Instead of, like, back in the day, you could lose your channel over it and get strikes and all that sort of stuff. And I think YouTube just got to the point where there was like, we can't determine whether this is the creator or somebody else doing it. So what we'll do is we'll just build the tools that remove the views after the fact, and, you know, just don't worry about it, kind of thing. Which I think is a good way to do it, to be fair.
Watch time forever. What did I do to upset someone like that, dude? I'm just talking about gacha games. Now, thankfully, even though I'm not that consistent, I'm still getting views. I think if I just come back to the grind, we'll just do even better. But it is crazy.
Yeah, definitely. If you're not doing daily, it will hurt your views, because YouTube, you drop out the algorithm. Your watch time in general drops down, and that dictates whether videos get pushed onto people's feeds, onto the homepage, you know, pop up in at the end of a video, like to show you a bunch of different videos that you might want to watch next. So it definitely does. As you become more consistent daily, or you have like a specific time of uploading on a regular basis, it does help your videos.
Crazy to me how people are that dedicated to just do something like this. Now let's talk about personal messages. I already talked about some of these in one of my videos called The Cringe Side of ZZZ, where people are just like sending death wishes, and some of these are sending them by emails. Some of them are going up.
Dude, that's wild, isn't it, to think that, one, people will send death wishes and stuff because it's crazy, but the fact that people, I'm like, you know what? I ain't never going to comment on the YouTube channel. I'm going to go and send him an email. It's just like, what is wrong with you, man? Spending all that time to do it.
Above and beyond,
Crazy.
like they're gonna find me, they're gonna find my IP. Some of them are just sending random IPs. It's so funny. So of course I'm not afraid. I'm just gonna, you know, farm those people. But when you think about it, it's like, it's so funny at the same time, dude. Do you think that I'm here to tell them, oh my god, I'm so depressed, my channel is getting ruined? No, dude, it's so funny. I'm just telling this to the people to know how stupid these people are. Dude, they're trying, they're paying money to get bots just to find out that it's not working as much as they think. Okay, it might work for some videos. The last thing that happened is someone shared the gacha awards in the I think gacha gaming Reddit, and people started hating on that 3 months ago and saying that I'm a Hoyo hater for some reason, while I'm making a lot of content about Hoyo games that are not even
To be fair, if you don't glaze Hoyo 24/7, you're a Hoyo hater nowadays, aren't you? Like, you know, you can't even like have a preference in that regard. Don't get me wrong, this is not just on the Hoyo community, because there's a lot of trash communities out there, definitely. They're all different in, you know, toxic in different ways, I guess. But yeah, definitely, you see that, man. You know, you don't glaze the games 24/7. It's just that, like, you're a straight hater.
hating. Like, I'm so positive about Honkai Star Rail, it's insane. One of my latest videos about Genshin were saying that we should stop hating too much about
surfing levels
Genshin
like an
because,
acid trip.
it's just a waste of time.
Yo,
But
Dapper,
even
what's going on,
started
fella?
a rumor that I'm using the website that people vote on so I can sell the emails or something like that. It's insane. I'm using Google Forms, by the way. These are the same people who deleted the post that said Wuthering Waves gave a free character and didn't delete the Doctor Ratio one. It's also insane. And by the way, I made a second channel called Stuart TV. I'm making some variety videos. I might make variety videos here too, but I just made a video about Sparking Zero if you want to see it. What do you guys think about these people? I think I'm gonna go back to farming these people, man. It's kind of fun. It's been a while and it's time to come back, okay? Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe.
He's poking the hornet's nest. He's poking the hornet's nest. Yeah, I like Steel God, do. Yeah, it's weird that he's getting that sort of attention. It's kind of odd, you know. I think sometimes you trigger the wrong person, don't you? And that's it. You've got to go through it. They'll get bored eventually. You'll just have to have a period of dealing with it. The best thing to do though is if you don't want to deal with it, just ignore it, man. It's the best way to deal with it, really. I get bored and I'll move on. You know. I think when you start fueling it, that's when it can continue. But yeah, oh, you know what? I actually started watching last night. It's an anime that I've never watched. You know those, we've all got them, those big animes where you feel like, man, I probably should have watched that at some point. But I've never watched it. Evangelion. I actually started watching it yesterday. Kind of feeling it, man. Kind of feeling it. I was watching it with Rosie. Obviously, she fell asleep as usual, so I stopped watching it because she was enjoying it as well. So, yeah, man, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I think Jane want me. Yeah, like I say, man, this video just popped out of nowhere. Same 1.2 there, but I think it's at like 1.5 according to the studio. How you doing though? Dapper? How you doing those things? Things good. What do you want, dog? LC, what do you want? What do you want from me? Come here. You want to say hello? Hey? You want to say hello? You say hello. Say hello. She's trolling me. Because Rosie's gone out. I think she keeps thinking she's back. She ain't back yet, baby. She ain't. She ain't back. Well, lie down. Let you outside. What do you want? Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? Fucking dog. Swear to God, man. Trolling me. Hey, it's me, Carl here. I have to use my alt account on iPad because it seems like my phone doesn't like live streaming. It kept crashing every 5 minutes. Oh, okay. All right. Welcome back then. Welcome back. If you want, try dropping down the quality because I do stream at 1440p. So that might be why as well. Probably YouTube would probably default to 1080p though, actually. Give me a second. I've got to let this freaking dog out, man. She just keeps thinking Rosie's back. Oh. Okay, thanks, bro. Finally got a night to myself. I'm glad I caught you stream. Oh, that's good then, man. During the weekend, are we? Alright, let me pop into my playlist, shall we? Give me a second. Alright.
What it's about. Okay, here we go. Wait, this is from
Okay.
October 5th.
I do want to check this out. I did see somebody else talking about this. I watched a video while I was in the bath. I can't remember if it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, I think. I had a bath and some content creator. I'd never watched his content before, but he was just talking about, because I think Tecton had reacted to his video. This might be that video. I don't know. Because I know a lot of, I think it was EO had spoke about it. There's too many gacha games. And I think it's typically that sort of content or conversation that was coming from a content creator point of view. Because sometimes content creators do get into this thing of, well, there's too much of this and I can't cover it. And it's like, well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing for the general populace. You're just struggling to cover all of the games, which, in my opinion, that's always going to be a thing. You're never going to be able to cover everything. You just got to pick and choose, ain't you, really? Let's check this video out anyway from more Tecton. Are these gacha CCs delusional?
Wait, what it's about. Okay, here we go. Wait, this is from October 5th. Random rant thought. I feel like there are too many guys to keep up with that. As a content creator, ideally, you want to make one game, some another, but all of them demand more.
Dude, how fucking fast does Tecton read, bro? I feel like I'm at an auction. What the hell?
Every time each batch. That isn't something everyone feels, right? It's a small bubble of creator folk. But like, damn, Genshin, Wuwa, ZZ, NTE, etc. Some form of more than you physically have to play. ADSR, Nikkei, BD2, FEH, etc. ID care all of them.
Yeah, again, like, this could be a thing that affects just players in general as well. And I know some people are like, man, there is too many gacha games out. But the way I just look at it, gacha's just a genre like shooters. You know, you can't play all the FPS games. You can't play all the RPG games. And I know there's a different attachment when it comes to gacha games because there's the financial input as well. But in my opinion, you know, like, I think we're entering the golden age of gacha games. And in my opinion, I just think too much is never enough. In fact, like, it's always nice to find a new game that you really enjoy. And it's like, right, I guess I'll play this for a while now. And I'm just that type of person. I'll just bounce around. I won't get too attached to one and be like, well, I can't play all of these. It's like, well, you know, one will become the priority and then there'll be like a secondary and a tertiary game. And I'll just like kind of rotate it in and out. And I definitely do think this thought process comes from a content creator's sort of side of things, which I can get. I understand. But yeah, you know, I think you just got to decide and just go with what you're enjoying at the moment.
XYZ, I don't know what they're talking about. Then I know 90% of my peers have employees that keep their account up to date, which eliminates them from feeling this burden most of the time, so the effect is lost. Okay, so first of all, employees is crazy. They also have editors allowing them to further reduce the hours spent developing the finished product. It's like FOMO. Not because the actual gotcha. Well, the FOMO of content, because you can't do it all, edit it all, then release it all the time they fashion the gotcha algo wants. Here's 20 ideas for the month. Pick 5 and successfully accomplish 3 due to time restraints and treat the rest. See you next month. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If bro is a content creator, right? Let's pull this shit up. If bro is a content creator, if homeboy is a content creator with 34,000 subs and is getting above 10K consistently on each video, as he is, and he doesn't have editors, bro, this is a skill issue. This is a...
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I suppose it depends, like, obviously, if you just try, if that's, like, your own income, which at that size, it shouldn't be, really. It shouldn't be the only thing that's keeping the lights on, because that's not a lot of money. There's a lot of editors now. I know there is some editors who probably will do it for dirt cheap. I've been saying, like, I saw on this other video where this dude was talking about it, because I don't know if Tecton mentions it here, that, like, some people will edit videos for a $5, but it's like, that's quite rare. Most people are wanting some sort of a revenue share, or you're looking at around $30 to edit a video just for one video. And that's probably on the lower end potentially. I'm not too sure. I've never really reached out to an editor. I just do my own stuff. But I suppose maybe I'm doing it wrong, I guess. But I really, you know, if I do 10K views on a video, I'm happy, man. You know what I mean? So I guess I don't really fit into this category. But yeah, like, even if you're pulling like 10K views a video, every video, that's not a lot of cash. You know, if you're uploading every day, it balances out and it'll be sort of decent. It also depends on your CPM, how much of that views you're retaining throughout the video, depending on how much you get per 1,000 views. So, yeah, you wouldn't really be making much cash after paying somebody. On some CPM, you'd actually probably be down. It'd be costing you to upload these videos. So, I suppose there is ones you can find out there, especially if they're doing it in bulk. Maybe, I don't know.
Skill issue, bro.
Skill issue.
It is. Straight up, it is. I'll be honest, it's an amazing problem. There are so many guys in the game to enjoy nowadays. It's a golden age. I know ZZZ should think business first.
I will say, I think, though, people of the size of Tectone are making that much cash that these sort of problems are not really problems anymore when they're thinking about getting editors in and stuff, because they can turn around and just pay an editor a solid wage every month that's a competitive rate for somebody doing that sort of work, or potentially give them ad revenue share, which for somebody like Tectone, who probably does 100,000 views a video, it's probably decent money for your average editor, especially somebody on the younger side, especially somebody outside of America in potentially Eastern Europe or wherever, where the dollar, translation, whatever you want to call it, it'll be really good for them, you know, because the dollar being worth a lot more, like the pound being worth a lot more in other countries. So yeah, there is that as well.
First, but I feel like you need to enjoy the games they play more than view them as another business venture. Have fun. True, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Dude, it is like so difficult because like EO really wants to be known as not the bad take guy and he blames me for it. Guys, I have a theory. Maybe he's known as the bad take guy because his theories are fucking bad and his takes are fucking bad. Complaining about too many games to play is insane, okay?
At the end of the day, I think even if you've got an editor, and even if you've got like somebody playing your games when you're not playing them, you know, to farm for stuff for you, if you've got somebody who's doing that, all come on your account and you pay them to play the game when you're not on it. Even if you've got that, I think you can't play all of the games. You just can't. Like, you'd be streaming for like 15 hours a day every single day, and I don't even think you'd still get through all of the content then either. I think you've just got to take a choice on a couple of games and just play those games, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, that's why there's different content creators for everybody. Of course, there's the entertainment side of things, but then there's like the games. You're not going to play every game. You're not going to enjoy every game either, are you?
Also, not having an editor is insane. You can get one for $5 a video. You legit can, okay? Or you can get an editor to work rev share to where they earn a percent of what.
Yeah, but to be fair, rev share on 10k views a video is not much. But like 30k, I don't know, man. You're probably talking like, I don't know, maybe like 50 quid for like 40, 50k views, something like that, maybe. Maybe I'm off a little bit there. So, you know, if somebody's editing videos for you every single day, you know, 3 videos, 4, so let's say 5 videos brings that in. That's not really great money for somebody who's going to be editing videos. Now, if you find somebody who's younger or in another country, that might be just like kind of a little bit of extra pocket money for them to do after school or after work or whatever. But it's not great. It's not a great wage, really.
You make, meaning you can always afford to hire an editor if you can get people to believe in you. If you can't get people to believe in you, then you need to look within yourself. An editor should never be a problem. Also, CCs are agreeing with him. Oh, God.
See, I do think that is definitely a content creator mindset, though, isn't it? You know, this idea, oh, there's just too many games. I did see a video, I think it was from Gamba AJ earlier, actually, and he was talking about how he doesn't really want to cover leaked content. I think it's because obviously all the Camellya stuff's come out recently and a lot of people are getting good views off it. And he was saying that, like, Kuro really needs to start giving out, like, you know, like roadmaps or dev notes earlier or showing this stuff earlier. And, you know, I was like, well, that's a content creator kind of viewpoint that is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'd like to see stuff myself, but I think if they go too early, it doesn't do them too much benefit. I think even having the leaks and the hype around that sort of stuff does them more benefit than showing everything off themselves. And it's definitely like a content creator mindset, because in your head, you're not thinking, well, this is good for everybody else and it's good for the company. You're thinking, well, I'll get views off this. And I think sometimes you have like a jaded viewpoint as a content creator.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way I said a while back that it's only going to get worse next year. People call me crazy. Like, how are we supposed to add Azure, Camellya, Arknights, Enfield, NTE, Project Mugen, and more on the list are also open world actions that require you to physically play them long periods of time, all while paying attention to the story because want you to keep up. And also give us ZZZ, Woo, Genshin, Star and more. I think we're going to get to a point where there's have to be some to get dropped. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Just drop the ones you don't give a fuck about.
Facts. That's the simplest thing to do, rather than worry about, like, well, I've got to get an editor. I need to, like, be paying somebody to, like, farm the games offline for me. Just drop the games you don't play that much. You know, like, Wuthering Waves is kind of like my main game that I keep going back to. You know, I play Zenly Zone Zero. I play PGR. I've been playing a bit of Tower of Fantasy. But then I just drop here and there. And then other games like Star Rail and Genshin, I've just kind of dropped all together at the moment. Not to say I won't go back to them, but just like, I haven't got enough time to do all the others, let alone do them as well. And it's like, right, well, which one do we want to play the most? I want to play that the most. We have, even if you're not a content creator, we have these struggles as gamers anyway, don't we? With all the free games that you've got nowadays, you know, where you're like, dude, oh man, you know, you'll be like, oh, I want to play this and I want to play that. And you're like, well, you have to choose of like, well, let me play this today. Let me get through that. Otherwise, you'll be playing a game for 5 minutes, like, right, done. On to the next one. 5 minutes, done. On to the next one. It's no way to play video games, really, is it?
Drop them like I dropped Genshin. It's not hard. Just quit playing them. Whichever one you don't like, just...
I think that's where the FOMO with the content creator, because you're like, well, if I don't play that, I'm missing out on those potential views, and what if this game's not successful? And I understand it, but I just think, like, it doesn't mean that there's too many gacha games. I mean, I think we're just, like, say, we're entering the golden era, man. I think the cream of the crop's going to float up to the top. Oh, that was a bar. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's the way I see it. Like, I'll probably see myself over the next year. I'll probably be playing Wuthering Waves, Zenless. I'll probably dabble in PGR now and again. And I'll probably be playing, like, Azure Camellya, Enfield, and Neverness to Everness. They'll probably the main games that I cycle through, really. Everything else I'll try and then drop.
It's that easy, bro. Also, like I also don't have an editor for my content. Everything I do for myself, for executive account managers for my content is rough. Bro, Legions, I'll keep it a buck. Right? Your content, once again, this is with all due respect, your content is just like mine, right? Before you get upset, Legions, okay? Your content, just like mine, is low effort slop content, okay? It's
This is why I ain't worried about an editor either, really. I'll admit it, man, my content's like low effort slop. And that doesn't mean that content necessarily has to be bad. You know, there's lots of content I'll watch out there that is super low effort, but it's just as entertaining as a highly edited video. There's just different ways about going about it, isn't there? You know, most of my videos, typically when I'm doing react stuff in live streams, I highlight the video from Twitch, you know, I download it, I chop the start off, I chop the end off, I do a little bit of adjusting on the audio, I render that shit out, I make a thumbnail, and I bang it up on YouTube. Now, obviously, if I'm recording stuff off stream, a little bit more goes into it. You know, you have to sit there, record it. It's a little bit more structured, chop it up a little bit more. But even then, like, I don't heavily edit videos at all. You know, so, like, I don't really need an editor, and I don't make that content where I need, like, zoom-ins and quick switches and little memes coming in, because it's just not the kind of content I make, really. I guess if you're trying to aim to, like, a really young audience, then you'll put that in. But I think even now, most, you know, like, I don't even think your average 40-year-old necessarily needs that, really.
Slop content, and you know it is. Okay? You can get your editor for near pennies to the dollar. If you do not have an editor, it is a skill issue 1,000,000%. Just hire an editor off of RevShare that believes in you. It's very simple. Okay? It's very simple. Right?
Yeah, I just want to pause it again. Sorry, I love this lighting that Tectone's got going around the door and the bottom of his wall around his room. It gives a really nice lighting effect in the room, actually. I like it.
We're about nearly 10 guys over 50% on for world non-auto games. Can produce high quality for any given content. If I was just covering everything to get big or only cover when it's relevant, bro, Lamau. Yeah, absolutely do not understand LOL. They don't think about the fact that we also record content, do research, edit everything, make thumbnails, try to have a life outside of the gacha games, LOL. It's your job to spend all these time in games, though, bro. What else could you possibly be doing besides competing the 9-hour story quest for viewers to watch? 9 hours complaining about doing one work day. Insane. Out of touch streamers. It's really not that hard. Just play the games you want to play. When you don't want to play them, don't play them. Also, you should pick one main game to really drive home, and then bounce around from other gachas. But yeah, it should really not be an issue. It's really not that big of a deal.
Off again, boys.
Yeah, man, I think I agree with Tectone on that, really, you know what I mean? Which I find myself quite often disagreeing with Tectone. And as well agreeing with him. But yeah, man, I think I agree with that, really. I think it's just a content creator take, that is, which I get it. They're not stating that it's not a content creator take. But I think sometimes as content creators, we do, like, we just see it through the eyes of being a content creator. That's why, like, for me, I try not doing anything in that regard. I don't expect game companies to cater content for content creators. And that's probably because I'm never involved in any of this stuff because I don't have enough views. But even if I did, I wouldn't. You know, like, I remember when EO was talking about that stuff of, like, everything should have, like, content creator servers and get access to stuff early. And I'm just like, unless it benefits the company, why? Why do you think just because you're a content creator, you're owed that formality of having access to stuff early and getting information that other people don't? And we understand sometimes that works for companies, and giving access to content creators, specific content creators, benefits them. But, you know, like, companies like Koyo don't need that. They're going to make bank anyway. They don't need to rely on a streamer to say, look, oh, you know, if we give you access to this, you know, will you promote our shit? They really don't. I'm not saying these companies don't do this sort of stuff, but they don't need it. They don't need the content creators in that regard. But yeah, yo, guys, quick FYI as well. I did upload a video earlier. If you want to check it out, it's much appreciated. Show it some love. I ain't really, like I say, I ain't really got much to react to today. As well, has anybody played Off the Grid? I think I need to check it out, because when I look at it, I'm like, it looks kind of sloppy. But then, like, I'm seeing content creators saying it's good, and then I've looked, and they're like, oh, it's a sponsored stream. And then I've seen them doing streams that are not sponsored streams, and they seem to be having fun. But I'm like, I've seen a bunch of people saying it's kind of trash. Like, I don't know what to think, man. Like, I'm kind of over Battle Royales anyway. I thought it was an extraction shooter when I first saw it. So I'm not really that fussed, if I'm honest. But yeah. Curious to see what people think about it. It's got that sort of Unreal Engine slop look to it, you know what I mean? It looks like a Korean game. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but anybody who's played a few Nexon games and Korean games, you know exactly what I mean, yeah? Doesn't mean bad, but they're just like, you can just spot them straight away, can't you? You know what I mean? It's coming to Xbox Next Gen soon. It's on PC and PS. Oh, he's on PS5 as well, is he? Interesting. Yeah, man, what is going on with Xbox? Like, why are so many games skipping Xbox? Now, I know there's the argument is, like, because it's got a smaller audience. Is it because, do you reckon, unless games are getting approached by Game Pass, it's not worth putting a game on Xbox because they just don't sell? Now, it's different if they're free, but if it's a premium game, they just don't sell. Because I think Game Pass is killing premium games on Xbox, in my opinion. Because if you've got Game Pass on Xbox, you're really kind of turned off spending 40, 50 quid on a game, aren't you? Because you're like, well, I've got access to all these games. And you become kind of groomed into the process of, you pay your amount of money every month and you get a selection. And don't get me wrong, Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. I've got it on PC. I love it. You know what I mean? It's awesome when I see a new game coming out that I'm interested in. I'm like, oh shit, it's on Game Pass. Sweet, man. I ain't got to spend any money on it because I'm already paying for it. But I can understand the feeling of people on Xbox being like, well, I don't want to spend that. You know, I'm going to wait till it comes to Game Pass kind of attitude. And it's making me think maybe that's a potential reason why a lot of games are skipping Xbox. Because I heard some people talking about, could it be architecture? But they're really similar, aren't they? The PS5 and the new Xbox. It wasn't like back in the day. Remember the PS3? Because it had like the cell processor, didn't it? And that's why a lot of games either performed quite badly on the PS3 or they just didn't get made for the PS3 because it was really hard to make games on the PlayStation 3, wasn't it? It took them until the end of the generation for companies to really understand. And apparently, what I heard as well, the cell processor was actually really... You could get a lot out of it when you understood it, but it was just such a complicated piece of architecture to get used to that a lot of companies just really didn't want to fuck with it, and it costs a lot of money to fuck with it as well. So like, I was wondering, is it partly due to that as well, or is it just because, like I say, I think unless it's going on to Game Pass and Microsoft are paying you millions to put it on Game Pass, you're thinking, I'm probably not going to sell many copies here, am I? But with a game like that, I would imagine that'll be free to play when it comes out, won't it?
So recently, a lot of people...
All right, then. Let's check this video out then, shall we? We ain't watched the Kazahana video for a while, actually. Well, let's check this one out, guys. If you haven't already, check out Kazahana. Wuthering Waves is being silenced by this community. Are they, though? Come on, YouTube.
So recently, a lot of people have been really enjoying the version 1.3 update. Well, unless you're Red New or Cap. But again, most people have been enjoying the update, and that...
Oh, we reacted to a Red New video, actually. I think it was Red New when he was talking about the 1.2 in Zenley Zone Zero and the problem with the removal of the TVs. And I was getting a bunch of comments on that video saying, I listened to this dude, and then I listened to his Wuthering Waves takes, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch him anymore. So we might have to check that video out now. The comments and Kazahana saying that now has got me intrigued. I want to check it out.
That's actually really great to see. Obviously, you know, Wuthering Waves has had a couple of filler patches in the past, which got a lot of people worried in terms of revenue and also just in terms of gameplay, whether this was going to be the standard for the rest of the game. And then Kuro Games...
Not me. I really haven't been worried about the revenue at all, if I'm honest, because I think PC revenue probably dwarfs mobile revenue. But of course, the more revenue, the better.
Finally hit us with the Black Shores, and it was absolutely insane. It's actually improved a lot of people's faith in the game. But obviously, with it doing so good and it being so popular, there's going to be a couple of haters out there. And recently, there's been an increase in, you know, misinformation and also blocking of people talking about the update overall. Which I really wanted to talk about in this video and just kind of show you guys the kind of misinformation and hatred spread online just over a game being good and a game competing with, you know, someone else's favorite gacha game, which I think is absolutely absurd. And so, as I said, we're going to be going into it. But before I begin this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.
Where's this happening? We're on Twitter. Is it happening on Twitter or is it happening in Reddit? It's got to be one of those two places, hasn't it? Because when something wild or weird or gatekeeping seems to be happening, those are the two places that it really seems to happen, isn't? That's where the weirdos dwell. Is Twitter and Reddit, really, for the most part, in the gacha space. Well, it's in most spaces, actually.
Subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go over and follow my Twitch where you can get notified whenever I go live, because again, I've actually been stepping up my Twitch game a little bit. We're going to be going live playing some Wuthering Waves and also reacting to some Wuthering Waves content, as well as some other gacha content as well, which I think you guys would really enjoy. So I definitely recommend checking out the pinned comment or the description below where my Twitch will be linked. And yeah, just give me a follow so you get notified whenever I go live. But let's get back into the video. So I just want to preface this video by saying that obviously I love Wuthering Waves a lot, and you know, it does have its flaws.
I've watched enough Kazahana videos now to know that he doesn't need to tell me that he really likes Wuthering Waves.
And I think it's clear. Positive. I can totally get why a lot of people don't like the game and don't enjoy it, but just to go out there and spread hatred.
See, I don't. Now, I know this is a weird comment to make, but I think if you play a lot of gacha games, and especially if you like Genshin, I get it, there's preferences, but to really dislike it, to maybe not be such a fan of it, I get, but to like, some people really have a disdain for it, and I don't get that, because to me, they really are similar. And I know people in the Wuthering Waves community hate people saying that, like, Wuthering Waves is very much like Genshin, because it is. It's different, and in my opinion, it's improved, but let's not pretend, you know? Let's not look at the elephant in the room and pretend we can't see it. But you know, I think if you enjoy Genshin, there's got to be some things that maybe you kind of enjoy in Wuthering Waves, I guess. But yeah, at the end of the day, there is going to be people who are like, yeah, I'm not that interested. So that makes sense.
And misinformation just because you don't like a game is absolutely crazy. Now, obviously, you know, you can spread, you know, negative stuff about the game. That's totally fine. I think that, you know, it's an important conversation. You see me do that on the channel a lot, and I get heavily disliked for it, but I don't care. I do like saying what it is whenever it comes to Wuthering Waves. If it's doing bad or it's doing something bad, then I will point it out, and I think that's totally fine. But it seems that these people have no intention of actually improving.
It's not just fine, it's the best way to be. If you like something, you should critique it. You should. That's the only way the thing you like will get better. And I think Wuthering Waves definitely has things that it could do better. And I think as content creators and the community in general, it's our job to call it out, isn't it? Because that's the way we get improvements. And especially from a company like Kuro, they listen, they're transparent, they're reactive. So it's even more important to do it, actually. You know, there's some companies that just don't listen to the community, and it doesn't matter how much you ask for things. The only way they'll really listen is when you vote with your wallet. But Kuro definitely seem to actually listen to community feedback, and they don't just wait for like, okay, this is affecting the bottom line, let's change things. When people talk about stuff they don't like or ask for things in the game, they're quite quick to react to it, to be fair, which I think needs to be commended.
The game, and they actually just hate the game in general, and just for some reason think it's a good idea to do all of it. And as I said in the past, I like all other games too. I like Genshin Impact, I like Honkai Star Rail, I like a lot of Hoyoverse games. I also like a lot of other games outside of, you know, Hoyoverse, you know, Nikkei, Azur Lane, Snowbreak, you know, Brown Dust. There's so many games that I play, and I like them all, to be honest. Obviously, I do have my negative...
Dude, I've been wanting to stream Brown Dust, but like, I saw Sticks talking about it earlier, because he's been sponsored by them a few times, and he said he had to turn down the last sponsorship from them, because his videos kept getting demonetized, which doesn't necessarily matter when you've been sponsored, because the sponsor money will probably outweigh the revenue they get off the video anyway, unless you're doing stupid views. But he was like, I had to turn it down because I was like getting to the point where I was worried about, you know, it starting to affect the channel. It's like, is it that bad? Like, is Brown Dust that degenerate that your videos are going to get demonetized? Because I'm like, I was kind of wanting to stream it. It's not really about the monetization that bothers me. It's just the potential implications that can come along with, you know, a community guideline thing, or YouTube starting to block content and that having an adverse effect on the rest of your content.
Tips of a lot of them, some more than others, but again, I do enjoy playing them all. So I'm kind of in the middle here whenever it comes to, you know, seeing a lot of this stuff happens, and we're going to start off with the first one being r/gacha gaming. Now, God, I've talked about this subreddit a lot on this channel. Obviously, you're probably getting fed up of me talking about it, but honestly, I just wanted to point this out because r/gacha gaming is a kind of overall term for gacha gaming in general. So a lot of people who enjoy gacha games such as Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, or whatever, will go over to the subreddit and kind of look at some of the posts, whether, you know, they know about its past or history or not. You know, they have that kind of blanket term, so it does kind of bring in a lot of new people. So I definitely want to make people aware of how bad the subreddit is. So every time they mess up, I'm going to make it my job to, you know, point it out and call them out for it. Because as you can see here, they've actually got the Genshin Impact version 5.1, the Rainbow Destined to Burn. This is an update that's actually come out today, and I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet, but apparently, you know,
I haven't played Genshin in so long. As well, talking about r/gacha gaming, I know a lot of people talk about that it's a biased subreddit, which I guess is you can, you know, take umbrage with it, but it doesn't bother me so much, really. I don't even mind subreddits being a little bit biased. Now I know that it's all r/gacha gaming, which you think they should give everything fair shake, which I suppose they should really, if that's in the remit. I don't really mind them being a little bit biased. You know, I can get information. That's why there's loads of different subreddits. You can get one specifically for games. They might be quieter. But, you know, if you want to find something specifically about Wuthering Waves, or find stuff that's a little bit more fair to Wuthering Waves, you can find them in Wuthering Waves subreddits, can't you, really?
It's not as good as people thought it would be, and obviously a ton of people were very happy about that in the comments. But then we go over to another post, which is the Wuthering Waves version 1.3 official trailer for the Black Shores, which was out, you know, about 2 weeks ago, just over 2 weeks ago, and this is locked. New comments can't be posted, and also it's only got 78 upvotes, and it also got taken down for a little while as well whenever it first came out, which again, people were saying based on mod decision and rule 6, I see that this is a major update for Wuthering Waves. That's it. You can see just above my head here, there's actually this rules bit which says some commonly shared content that is...
I genuinely think there's a mod within that Discord that is just fucking with the Wuthering Waves post, and then stuff gets re-put back up because other mods step in and are like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Again, no, man, I just don't think it's that deep. I think if you're going into that Reddit and it's like, dude, this is just clearly biased. It's like, just, there's plenty of other less biased Reddits out there. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it's a big one, but there's plenty for Wuthering Waves. There's plenty for the other games as well. Just hop into them, man. It's not that deep.
Is disallowed includes character trailers and new banner news, unless part of a collaboration, regular patch notes or content updates. Main name trailers for new versions are allowed. So again, people just thought, okay, well, that's because, you know, it's not a major update. Obviously, if it was version 1.0, version 2.0, then they'll probably upload it and allow it, and that'd be totally fine. And honestly, I do think that's a fair enough rule. That's totally fine, and I definitely think if r/gacha gaming want to do that, that's on them. But the bad thing is, whenever it comes to the moderation and the overall handling of, you know, which one is allowed on the subreddit and which one isn't, because if we have a quick rundown of what goes on in both of these updates, Genshin Impact, they have the new story coming out for Natlan, so it's kind of like a follow-up to the first story that came out in version 5.0. They have a couple of events too, like one of them being Nahida's birthday, which again, a lot of people kind of said that this was one of the worst updates from Genshin Impact that they've seen in a little while. Obviously, the story is pretty big, and that is probably the biggest factor of this update. But apart from, you know, a new character and a story, that's about it. That's really not a big update, especially for Genshin Impact. Even Genshin Impact tried to kind of like pad it out a little bit. And Wuthering Waves, you know, they have the whole Black Shores, they have the Shorekeeper, they have a ton of new events coming out as well as a ton of quality of life updates, which honestly, I would argue is bigger than the Genshin Impact update. I don't know if any of you guys would agree with me. Obviously, you know, some people have
can't say.
Like, oh, this part is bigger, this part is bigger. But Wuthering Waves, they had so much new content that I'm still playing today that I definitely think it warrants being added to r/gacha gaming if 5.1 is allowed to be allowed. Because 5.1 honestly is a very, very slow update for Genshin Impact, and obviously they've been affected a lot by the strikes and stuff, which again, I'll get into even more further in this video. But again, it seems crazy that they've allowed this to go on, but not Wuthering Waves version 1.3, and people were complaining, saying that Genshin filler patches have more content than version 1.3, which is an absolutely crazy take, and it kind of shows you how deluded a
this one thing I'm used to a little bit now. There will be deluded takes from all sides, to be fair. But yeah, you will get this from the Genshin folks. Sometimes, you know, they'll talk about it doesn't matter what it is. You know, you can go on visuals. Nah. Genshin's better. Animations. Nah. Genshin's better. Character design. Nah. Combat. Nah. It's like, oh, okay. All right, cool. Yep, sweet.
A lot of people are on r/gacha gaming. Again, they don't know what they're talking about. They are so dumb whenever it comes to the story, because again, they just like to shill Hoyoverse. Now, I have no problem with Genshin Impact. I like Genshin Impact. And honestly, I'm going to be playing the update after I finish this video.
And as well, I've got no issues with people having biases. Everybody has a bias, whether it's conscious or subconscious. We all have them, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I say, I'm not too bothered about this subreddit having a bias either. Even if there is, it doesn't bother me. You know, I just think sometimes some people can be a little bit delusional. You know, there's plenty of games that I prefer over the other games, but I'll look and I'll be like, you know what? In this particular space, that game does this thing better, or it does that thing better. It doesn't mean that the game's better, or even if it is, you can still like the other thing. But some people are a little bit delusional. But yeah, man, I've got no issue with people having biases or preferences at all.
Video and finish editing it. The problem is there's so many people not allowing people
5.1 main quest is good. The event's kind of mid.
It's a locked post. You can't post any comments on it.
Fair, that's one of the issues that I have with Wuthering Waves. I mean, you said with Genshin, sorry. That's the kind of issue I have with Wuthering Waves, to be fair. Like, a lot of the content in terms of, like, when we get new story stuff, I enjoy. You know, I think the storytelling's got a lot better, but the actual structure of the missions, enjoy them. That's where the game starts to lack a little bit for me. So I think quite a lot of the events in Wuthering Waves are kind of mid as well, if I'm honest.
But for some reason, they're allowing Genshin Impact on it, which again, obviously overall kind of hinders the talk around Wuthering Waves and kind of, you know, dampens down the overall hype for the update. And it seems like, you know, they're just not allowing discussions of Wuthering Waves on the subreddit, which can affect it negatively. Now, obviously, it's not going to cause some massive player dip or anything like that. It's not that big of a deal. But it is a big deal whenever it comes to some of the existing players that are on this subreddit that want their game to be shown and also want to introduce it to some new people that are interested in gacha gaming because, you know, they are on r/gacha gaming, but they can't, and they're being silenced by the moderators, whereas Genshin Impact get to put out their mid-updates. That just doesn't seem fair at all. And if that summary of Genshin Impact events that I went through sounded like enough to you, well, it's also important to learn that due to recording arrangements, some content in version 5.1 does not have English voiceovers. And then they say, we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused.
Is this down to strikes and stuff? Okay.
So, again, a lot of the story isn't even voiced in English, and you're telling me this is a bigger up.
If this is due to strikes, though, I don't think you can really blame Hoyo for that, though. You know, they're just carrying on with the content and being like, you know, we're not going to be held back by strikes for whatever reason. I don't know what exactly the reason for the strikes are. If that's what's going on, because I think that's probably why, isn't it?
Than the Black Shores, bro, that is absolutely crazy. I mean, Wuthering Waves managed to get all the necessary voice actors and all the necessary people to voice in the game, so they didn't have to make any of these cuts. But for some reason, Genshin Impact struggles. Obviously, there is a big voice actor strike going on at the moment, and this is why.
I think as well, though, it doesn't Genshin employ a lot more American voice actors than because I think Kuro employ quite a lot of British voice actors, don't they, or people who are based in Britain. For Wuthering Waves, so they're probably I don't know, these strikes might be affecting in Britain as well. I don't really know, but as far as I'm aware, I think this is affecting North America more than anything, isn't it?
Why the voices have been, you know, affected, but it seems like Wuthering Waves have either they've kind of worked with the companies to improve the overall standards and work with the strike people, which I don't think is actually the case, because I think they actually work with a company in Britain over here in the UK, which don't have those kind of strike laws or anything like that. They're not obligated to go join the strike or anything like that because it's in a completely separate country. Whereas Hoyoverse, they just went, nah, you know what, you don't have English voiceovers, you can just, you know, struggle without them.
I wouldn't be surprised if potentially for upcoming games, Hoyo, or even for running games now, because they're obviously willing to carry on without the English voiceover actors being recorded because of the strikes. if they don't shift to using these UK companies as well, if it's going to mean that they're not having to worry about, you know, potential strikes in the future.
And that's like a whole different video. Obviously, I'm not going to go into whether that's a good or bad thing. Obviously, it seems like they did have their hands tied there, and I'm not going to blame them so much for it. But the thing is, you're telling me this is a bigger update than version 1.3? That's absolutely crazy. And if you're saying that is a bigger update, you're delusional, because it definitely is. Now, obviously 1.2 and some previous updates, maybe you could argue it's a...
I don't know, but does Kazahana as well? Didn't he say he hasn't played 5.1? I think he's going off what other people have said, I'm assuming, because he said he hasn't played 5.1. So I think to say that 1.3 is definitely bigger than 5.1 and he hasn't played 5.1 is kind of... can you really say that? No, there's a good chance it is. 1.3 is a pretty big update. Natlan 5.0 was a big update. 5.1 is probably just a bit of a top-up. So the idea that it is smaller isn't surprising to me. But if he hasn't played it, you can't really say you're delusional for saying otherwise, I guess. But he's probably right.
A bigger version, but 1.3 in particular, definitely I think it is a bigger version than Genshin 5.1. Which again, I think the mods of r/Gacha Gaming should really sort themselves out here. And actually, you know, seeing as they've even done a collaboration with Wuthering Waves in the past and taken their money, actually allowed this game to be talked about on their subreddit. I think that would be so much better, and it would create a much healthier discussion around Wuthering Waves. But again, they're just kind of locking posts and not letting people talk about it, which just sucks.
To be fair though, kind of based if they did take Kuro's money and then we're like, yeah, fuck them. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Kuro. I am a fan of Kuro. But it's kind of based if they did that.
Overall. Now, you know, I can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. And I'm just going to keep calling them out.
You can. Just go to other Reddits.
It's absolutely ridiculous that, you know, they do something like this. Especially whenever they, you know, claim to be kind of neutral towards a lot of gacha games, because it's clear they're not. You know, it's very, very clear, and a lot of people have already made up this decision that it's clear they're not. But there's still people, you know, who don't really understand the overall landscape of the gacha community, that don't really know how much misinformation and just overall, you know, kind of censorship there is on this subreddit. Like it's pretty much censorship, you know. They're locking posts.
Is it the biggest gacha subreddit? Because 287,000 members is quite a lot. But is it the biggest? I'm assuming so, because a lot of people do use it. I use it myself. But like, you know, why not, like, you know, push for a new subreddit to be put up and you know, pimp that subreddit out maybe. And I know it's hard to build up to that sort of level, but you know, why not?
Not letting people talk about it, taking down posts. I don't know what these mods are on, but it's absolutely crazy. And finally, there was one more person that I wanted to talk about spreading misinformation, which was only a quick one, which I just wanted to highlight. It was a little bit of a while ago, but they said, disappointed to learn that we were cut the female rovers scene short with shorekeepers compared to male rover lol. This game is really not for me, and they're pretty much saying that the MC being a self-insert kills them. So again, and obviously this kind of, you know, got a lot of people in the Wuthering Waves community mad, because obviously this is just blatant misinformation. And obviously community notes came in and actually corrected it, saying the cutscenes between rover and the shorekeeper are identical regardless of which gender they select. And then, you know, they have actual proof of it happening here, which again, I think is great. And it's really good that, you know, the community notes have come in and actually made this clear, because again, this is so stupid that someone is spreading this kind of misinformation. Bro, get a grip, get off Twitter and just enjoy your life, man. Holy crap, it's absolutely insane that a lot of people just do this just because they don't like the game. Obviously, this person got shut down really quickly, so I am very thankful that they did. And there was some people that did get caught out in the replies saying, what, that's so unfair, what the fuck, both are rover. Which obviously, you know, they've just been fooled by the complete inaccuracy of this tweet. It's insane that people actually do this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. I just wanted to really show you how much...
I think it's funny. I've seen enough. The video's about to end anyway. He's got a long outro, I think, hasn't he, just to stretch it out, which is fine. It's kind of funny to me see Kazahana talking about this kind of specific content in terms of her bias, because I definitely do think Kazahana has a bias. I ain't got an issue with that. You know, mate, he might say he hasn't, and I'm not going to say for a fact, but that's it, kind of how it feels, which I'm fine with that, you know what I mean? It just seems to be like he's not cool with other people having a bias, which people are going to have it. Spreading misinformation, call it out, yeah. But yeah, the subreddit for me, man, it's not that big of a deal, really, if I'm honest. We was getting hate for simply existing. It's kind of sad that Kuro tried to collab with Reddit, but somehow Reddit mod has mental disorder to actually take the money and keep hating on Kuro. Never thought a single game could make the entire site being blacklisted just because it does a better job than Genshin. People don't call that sub Hoyo Gaming for nothing. I was going to say, I've heard this a lot. A lot of people calling it r/Hoyo Shield Gaming. If you have haters, that means you're doing something right. Genshin already lost to Wura in quality in all aspects. The only thing that sustains Genshin is the Cattle's players. Okay, all right. Yeah, a bit of a nothing burger, if I'm honest. Bit of a nothing burger. What was that there? I was commenting on my video there. I ain't going to read the rest of it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, ain't that big of a deal, is it really? It doesn't really affect me. It doesn't bother me. You know, at the end of the day, if I go into a Reddit and I think, hey, this seems a bit biased, I'll recognize that, and then I'll just find other Reddits, if I need to, that are less biased for information. Not too big of a deal, to be fair. Yeah, man, I ain't really seen anything that's calling my name in videos here. But should we hop onto Wuthering Waves, shall we? Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we play some woo-wah? Should we play some woo-wah? Shall we? Should we do a farming, shall we? Let me just have a little look here. I'm just double checking if there's anything to check out. I was going to check out that video from Hex Juice, but it's like fucking 30 minutes long. I don't know about that.
But we're going to watch how to...
Has she got any interesting videos we could check out? 'Cause I do like Hex Juice, actually. It's just reacting to... Jack Doherty and shit. I ain't interested in that. I'll tell you one thing that's been funny the last few days. Oh, the old KSI memes going around about his song is kind of funny, to be fair. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything really. All right, let's get on Wuthering Waves then, shall we? Play a bit of woo-wah. Do some pre-farming. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yo, shout out to everybody in chat though, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. The comments is gold mine. Yeah, dude, I love it. Sometimes I do. Like, I love all that sort of stuff I do. You know, like when people, because some people get triggered by it. They're like, oh man, shills and, you know, people who have like crazy, like glazes. I love it. I think it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. It doesn't affect you in any way at all, really. It's quality. Rosie's on her way back now. Get the game booted up. Do I do Wooer account reviews? I don't really. It's something I've considered potentially doing in the future, maybe. My account's trash at the minute, to be fair. I need to do some echo farming, especially for Jinsey. I'm still using the morning eggs on Jinsey. Anyone got any animes to watch as well? Any suggestions for any animes? Or any mangas, actually, for that fact. Yeah, man, I need to get back on Genshin. I must admit, you know, since I've been playing Wuthering Waves, I'm kind of a little bit afraid to go back to Genshin just because of the movement, because one of the biggest factors for me where I think Genshin slips. There's other factors as well. It's the traversal, the stamina, and just getting about. It sucks so bad. Thank you whoever just subscribed. Oshinoko. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that. I want to watch, is it Uzumaki? But I've heard I don't know if it's the animation in the first season or the second episode or something. It's really bad because they switched companies. That looks like a really like freaky horror anime. It's like they've adapted it like black and white. They've tried to keep it as close to the manga as possible. It looks really freaky, that does. But then I saw some clips, I don't know if it was from the second episode or whatever it was, where like they'd switched to another company. Oh my god, the animation was not very good at all. But yeah, going back to that, with Genshin. It's yeah, I'm a little bit worried about going back for the traversal. I'm just like, I'm gonna find it real rough going back to it. It's called Uzumaki. It looks really cool. But then it's a Junji Ito manga. Then like I saw some animation from, I don't know what episode it was. I don't know if it was like the second one. It looks pretty freaking bad. But apparently there was a big issue with the animation company and the Switch animation companies partway through or something like that. And it's like, it does look rough. Because like the one episode looks really good. Really faithful for the manga adaptation. Like it looks like literally like an animated manga. But yeah, the other one doesn't look so good. Alright then, let's have a look. So what are we wanting to farm actually? We're gonna need what is it? What's it called? The fallacy of no return. We're gonna need some mats from that, aren't we? For Camellya. The Nova flower things as well. Okay, so we need to farm some of them. And maybe like farm some Crayonless, Dreamless, Havoc Warriors, X-Karats, Dread Mains, that sort of stuff. I'll have a look at the ones I've got as well, actually, see if we've got some decent ones. Because she seems like she's straight up DPS, doesn't she? So any Havoc bonuses would be nice, and crit rate and crit damage would be good as well, won't they? I think I don't know, actually, I don't know, will energy regen, but actually it's probably less of a worry with that, really. But I think we need a decent amount of energy regen, to be fair. Maybe some resonance skill as well. She's got 2 stacks for her resonance skill, I think, hasn't she? Yeah, liquid metal and what is it, the heteroized metallic drip or whatever it's called as well. Alright, let's go do our daily. We need to do the side quests as well, actually. I haven't done any of the side quests at the minute. I think I've still got some rolled over from 1.2, if I'm honest. I think Rosie's wanting to get to the shop in a bit, man. They're a pain in my butt. Dude, my phone's froze up. Alright then, alright. Let's go defeat the exiles, shall we? Sorry, Mr. Goat. Give me stamina back.
At your disposal.
You know what? Let's try and get our 3 echoes as well, shall we?
Moment of awakening. Finish. Together we vanish. Strike as one.
Give me them echoes, baby. No, you don't want to give them me?
Together we vanish. Win.
Yo, what's going on there? How you doing, fella? Listen, cocksucker Dave Fair, I finally get paid back in that Mac. You go walk away for a few days, I'll fucking end ya. How's things, man? You goods? Net back then, yeah. Let's go.
The divine flame.
Have you been checking out the update, bro? I'm getting that lag, man. Alright.
Onwards.
One more. Yeah, I love a bit of Jinsei and Chang Li. Quick top him.
In starlight.
Forgot. Spectral. My bad. Yeah, man. Just one more. Just give me one more. Been no life in Woo for the last few days. Officially caught up. Let's go. All right, let's go get these exiles while we're here, shall we?
Make it fast.
Make it fast.
At your disposal. Astral modulation.
Domain expansion.
Stay calm. Others insane. Strike is one. Oh, stars. Heed my calling. Useless idiots. Together we vanish.
I'm really interested to see the juggling with Camellya as well. The fuck? What's going on there?
Guests of the unkind.
Who's just chilling in the air? Like, what's up, bro?
Lend me your strength. Together we fight. Our lights shine through.
Let's go get these.
As far as the eye can see.
Sometimes that can be a little bit finicky going into a butterfly form.
Why not? Terminate. Iron graft you knew. Strike is one. The sky beckons. Sacred light.
Yeah, I need to do some echo farming actually in general. I need to get my crit up on quite a lot of my characters. Especially my my green haired Chad.
Onwards.
Alright. What you got for me? Oh, we got our 3 echoes. Awesome, lovely jabbly. Nice, lovely. See, like, I'm on the fence now because I really want to get C2 Shorekeeper. I've got C1 Shorekeeper. I want to get C2 because I want to hit the 40% attack buff. Oh, I failed my 50-50. So I'm like, I'm guaranteed Camellya now. But I don't know if I can stop myself pulling on the Gian banner just for Yoo-hoo. So I'm like, I don't know if I should just push and go for the C2 because now I've got it guaranteed. And then maybe just pull on the Gian banner and hopefully get a couple of copies of Yoo-hoo. And hey, if I get him, it's C1. If I fail it, I'm guaranteed Camellya. I don't know, man. I don't know. Went from a bit over 10k straight to over 18k and 13 radiance. I got a lustrous razor. Oh, nice. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm broke. I'm fucking broke, mate. Right, what do we need at the minute? I definitely know we need some character XP, but we do need some what's it at the moment, don't we? Where are we? Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to go get some XP, boys and girls. We do.
May I pray for anything?
You got the original lineup back now. Let's go. You got Calculator. You got the new purple gauntlet for Zhang Li. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd have pulled on Zhang Li's weapon now. I'm not going to lie, man. Is this one in here? Yeah, it's this one, yeah. This is the one we want for, what's her face, yeah. Okay. Alright, okay. Let's go to this tacit field. Oh, as well, 1.4, the updates there, isn't it, for the main stat and substat? I don't know if there's 2 substats or the 1 substat, you know, for when you get your echo when it comes up on screen, which is nice. And I think the presets are there as well, aren't they? Looking at the beta stuff. Cal, Zhang Liao, and Purina. Yeah, man, I got C1. That C1 Varina's nice, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Beckon the divine flames. Perish in flames. Guests of the unkind.
Leave it to me. In war with time.
Yes, Lumi looks great. Like, she's insane for a 4-star in my opinion. Her combat animations look so good. Like, after seeing her, like, she feels like a must-pull for me. I really like her design, actually. She looks so good in game. I actually really like her.
Strike is one. Iron lights shine through. Strike fast. I shall lead the way. Thunder guide us. Sacred light.
But yeah, I was really impressed with her gameplay. Big fan, big fan. Here we go. Right. You're trolling me, bro. Come on.
Leave it to me. Iron graft you knew.
Together we vanish.
I'm kind of contemplating, well, I really want to pull on Yinlin anyway for Lumi. Or I wouldn't mind another copy of Yinlin as well, if I'm honest. And I do want to pull on a weapon. Because that's one weapon I really regret not pulling on.
Together we fight. Fluorescent shadows. When healing strength, let it end. Thunder guide us. I shall lead the way.
Together we vanish.
Hey, bitch. Oh, okay. Is that how it is? All right, boys. All right, boys.
Long for the wicked.
131 limited pulls worth of gear. Yeah, I think I've done good. This patch I only spent 15 quid. Obviously I bought the podcast, so let's say 25 quid, but I did spend 15 quid on pulls, which is nothing really. I am tempted. Maybe throw 100 bucks at the next patch. Yeah, let's cop that actually. Lock that up. Look that up, because I think basic attack. I can't remember now. Camellya seems like she might be decent. We get basic attack, yeah.
Worry not. In war with time.
A domain expansion.
Strike is one.
Together we vanish. Mind earth. My blade yearns. Who's the cage bird now?
Together we fight. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Sacred light.
Together we vanish.
The showkeeper's lovely with Jinxie though.
You knew.
Together we vanish.
I just find Changli and Jinsei, super fun team to play.
Strike is one. Onwards. I like strength.
No, obviously not the most optimal team, but just like fucking fun as fuck, man. I did all the events in 2 days. Dude, I ain't done the co-op event yet. I mean you. I'll say if anybody wants to add me, you're more than welcome to. You know what? We'll throw that in. Crap. Actually. No, we'll keep those one, actually. I do need to build up by G. Alright.
Stay calm. Moment of awakening. Leave it to me.
Hack animations look so nice on her as well.
Together we vanish. Perish in flames.
What's up, chat?
Clears the blaze.
Together we fight.
Hey, do you like the 1.3 story now? Did you enjoy it?
Sacred light.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to add me.
Thunder guide.
Dude, I think I definitely need to be debasing myself for asteroids at the minute. I do.
Caged bird now. Mind's eye.
Good, yeah. That run up to the boss man was fire. Alright, give me 2 seconds, chat. I've just got to run Rosie around to the garage. Hey, let's go. Havoc damage bonus. That's what we want. Just gonna run around the shop. I'll be like, just give me like 5 minutes max, okay? She's been out to their party. My auntie's party. She's had a beer. I knew she'd want one when she got back.
The moment at hand. This very
Give me
moment
2 minutes.
is the best of our lives.
I will be back.
The moment at hand. This very moment is the best of our lives. The moment at hand, this very moment, is the best of our lives. The moment at hand, this very moment, is the best of our lives.
Yeah, I'm back, boys. I'm back. How about that? Do you know what I just did? I upped onto my phone. I didn't realise I wasn't in the live stream. I was on a live stream that I'd done a few days ago, and I thought I was quickly in the chat, and I was just like at the garage, and then it was like I was like post comment. What the fucking hell? I've commented on a video. It's cold out there, man. Hey, Chase, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Decided if I get Jen early, I'm gonna save for Yinlin. Yeah, he can't get it. Oh, two really good characters for the account, man.
Strikers one.
Terminates.
Iron graft you knew.
Together we vanish. Mind's eye. Wing. Heed.
Thighs are lending your strength.
Clears the blade.
Together we fight. I shall lead the way. Thunder guide us.
Together we vanish. Who's the caged bird now?
Sever. Embrace the change. Lend me your strength. Moment of awakening. Fast and started. Let it end.
Back to hoarding all your resources. Yeah, man, I really need to get on the grind now. I do. Start farming for stuff. Because, like, not only am I low on character resources, echo resources, everything, asteroids a lot.
Astral modulation.
Together we vanish. Be reduced.
I need to get back to pre 1.1 hoarding. Oh yeah. I need to be farming that shizzle. Damage on the Havoc. Hey, let's go. Okay, we got 2 Havoc bonus on Havocs. Not too bad, I guess. Should we go do some forgeries? Let's go do some forgeries. There are we. There are we. This is the one we want, isn't it? For your girl. Yeah. Heterized metallic drip. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, dude, man, Jesus Christ, they're going hard. Like I say, Camellya gameplay looks insane. I am so into Lumi as well. A design, a little hamster that she's got with her. The fact that she's ranged and close range as well, ranged and melee. Her animations for a 4-star character are just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Of course, I don't know if you guys watched the video that I put up the other day. Talking about the leaks as well, some of the teases potentially for the new area, and it kind of having that Greek Italian kind of look to it. And as well, I didn't even know, somebody told me in the comment section that what's he called now, Renascita or whatever it is, means rebirth in Italian as well. So, you know, interesting. My that side-by-side comparison video as well got a few people triggered. Renascita, that's it, yeah. Means rebirth in Italian, apparently. Right? Well, dude, I swear, even definitely like trapeze, and then there's a bit where, like, you know, when she's like that and he's wearing her ankles, it's like, that seems a bit like, you know, a little bit of a dominatrix shit going on there, especially when she opens a flower as well in the description, and the one attack's called breeding. It's like, excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, I think Camellya looks like she'll really work probably really well with Danjin, yeah. Get that buff off Danjin as well. And then we get that 20% also.
My blade strike is one. Lend me your strength. The sky beckons.
I know, yeah, they ain't even trying to be subtle about it.
Onwards. Leave it to me.
Be skipping a banner. Hey, man, I think the way they're going with the banners though at the minute, everybody's going to have to be skipping summer. You know what I mean? They're cooking so hard on the banners, it's just like, you can't not skip, can you really? At least something, you know what I mean? You know, with like Jian, Yoo-Hoo, Camellya, and then freaking obviously Shorekeeper as well, and then Yinling rerun as well, potentially. It's just like, you know, you've got like 4 banners with like really good stuff on.
I shall lead the way.
Not including weapon banners as well.
Leave it to me. I am a graft new. Together we fight. Let it end. Together we vanish.
Who's the caged bird now?
Oh, as well, I hope we get some Lamia Easter eggs in that new area, if it is the new area, because it seems like there's a lot of mountainous stuff, and then it looks like there's gonna, I don't know if it's on an island or there's gonna be coastline again, because it looks like there's gonna be a lot of water based stuff, doesn't there? And obviously with that character that was teased, the guy that looks like a pirate, kind of looks a bit like a pirate, doesn't he? I was just like, I wonder if they're gonna tease a Lamia Easter egg, because they showed off a silhouette as well with a question mark that looks like it could potentially be a new Echo. That looks like some sort of like squid-like Echo. I was just like, oh man, give us a Lamia Easter egg.
Strike is one. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Lend me your strength. Wind.
Actually started watching Evangelion as well yesterday. One of them animes. It's like, you know, I feel like everybody's watched but me. Yeah, Jinxie's class. Jinxie's class, man. Like, she's super powerful. She's just super fun to use as well. Like, I have so much fun using it with Changli. It's just such a cool dynamic. Like, I know it's not the most optimal, like, but it's just super fun.
I engraft you new.
I haven't, no, I haven't.
Together we vanish. Be reduced to cinders.
Together we fight. Doesn't sound like a good bargain.
Okay. Yeah, I do, because I am gonna, even though like I don't enjoy the tower, I am gonna run it this patch, but I need to get a third team a little bit more built up at the minute. Oh. What was I doing? I do need to do the events, actually.
May I pray for anything specific? Understood.
Oh, that was what I was gonna do. Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna have a couple. I'm gonna have a chip. I'm gonna do it. I want that C2, man. I want that C2. Just give it me. I am broke. Yeah, I don't. The towers for me is kind of mid. I can't wait till it gets a little bit more expanded in the future. I genuinely think I'd enjoy just like this thing where like it just keeps going and going and going. Something like that'd be kind of cool. Oh, is this out now? The Solaris weather forecast one. Okay. It's only got 11 days on it, so should we do some of this? Oh, I tried the tower and I got pimp slapped right out of you. Yeah, it's a stat check, dude. It really is. The tower's a stat check. Yeah, it's really good. It's really lent into that now, because like before you could have 2 teams and a floating team, where really you kind of need 3 teams now, don't you?
Onwards. with time.
Be reduced to cinders.
Cover! Strike is one! Fluorescent shadows. Let it end. Together we vanish. Take form. Together we fight. Thunder guide us.
Okay, bitch.
Evil be cleansed.
Don't you walking there, run.
Ordained. Stay calm. Loading. Instantly. Take form. I engraft you.
Get that damager. He's a chunky fellow.
Together we vanish.
Who's the cage
Wanna like
bird
stop that
now?
running straight to the edge? You know.
Strike is one. Bolt in stone.
That looked badass then when he was hopping back on his bike, I'm not gonna lie. That looked pretty badass.
Together we vanish. Mind's eye. Loading. Oh, stars. Heed my calling. Moment of awakening. Astral modulation. Together we fight.
No, I haven't. I need to check out his hologram, actually. I've heard some people saying it's actually kind of savage. He just throws a bike at you, does he? Let's go. There's plenty of rewards in this event, though, isn't there? I mean, I've heard it's level 6 where they start to get tasty, yeah. Actually. What would I hear to build? Yeah, I ain't got to it yet, man. I need to get back on ZZZ. I must admit, it looks kind of cool though. If it's the one I'm thinking of that I saw in like the trailer for 1.2. I know he's been dabbling in a bit of ZZZ, isn't he? I think he's actually been enjoying it as well.
Stay calm. Loading.
He was actually surprised as well. I saw it the other day of how generous ZZZ is actually.
Mind's eye. Take form. Find harmony. Let it end. Leave it to me. Strike is one. But I engraft you new.
My blade yearns. Be reduced to cinders.
He uses a pad, there's no saving him.
Together we fight. The sky beckons. Sacred light. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Together we vanish.
Trial.
Worry not.
Feathers. Cinders.
Leave it to me. Loading. Together we vanish. Strike is one. Fluorescent shadows. Adulation.
Astrum. I love the way she says that.
Take flight. Let it end. The sky beckons. Take flight. Evil be cleansed. Together we vanish.
Who's the caged bird now?
Thunder guide us. Take forth. Loading.
Together we vanish. Perish in flames.
Together we fight. Our lights shine through. Sacred light.
You gonna do, bitch? Don't shoot.
Leave it to me. In war with time.
Beckon the divine flames.
Shooting the fan when we get an Irish accent waifu. Dude, you know the woman, well, as far as I'm aware, the one who voice acts Shorekeep is actually Irish, so it'd be kind of cool if she voice acted another character in the game as well, but just did it with her Irish accent. That'd be nice. Oh, yes, Chase, I was going to ask, actually, because I've been contemplating grabbing it. I really do want to grab it. It's pretty good, because I've been hearing really good things about it. Keep keeping away. I might actually check it out. I mean, the thing that's holding me back at the minute, I've turned into a tight gear because I've been playing a lot of free-to-play games recently. Like, I would regularly buy 2, sometimes 3 games a month, full-price games. But recently, because I've been playing a lot of gacha games and other games as well that have typically been free-to-play, or just going back and playing some of my older games, I ain't been buying games regularly for the last couple of months. So I'm looking at the price tag and I'm like 60 quid and I'm like, you know, I'm like, fight mode. So I'm thinking, ooh, I could spend 60 quid on pools, which is not a way to be thinking, man. I need to get that degeneracy out of my brain. You know what I mean? I really do. Fuck it. Why not? I can't help it. I can't hold on to him. I ain't got the patience, man. I ain't got the fucking patience. Just give me that fucking CO2, bro. Come on. It's being tight. Wankers. Which one was that one? Yeah, he definitely glazes a little bit for me. I did react to his the story quest one. Yo, did you see my Zenly Sound Zero mod video? Straight Guna video, like, bro. Don't know about the generosity with the new patch. Oh, no. No. I didn't. Oh, I'll watch it in a bit, actually. Yeah, like, he does say some stuff sometimes. I'm just like, I won't go that far, bro. You know? Because this is what I says. I think this is the biggest problem with the Kuro community in general, in my opinion. Is that some people, like, make out like everything is the best in class. Which I just don't think's true. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. This, in my opinion, at the moment, is my favourite gacha game. And I think in terms of quality in many areas, absolutely blows a bunch of games out the water. Or, like, generosity, people trip over that. There's some games out there that give you ridiculous amount of free stuff in the games. They're just not like the big... Because like when people think... I think the problem with sometimes in the Kuro space as well, the Wuthering Wave space, when people think of, well, it does it better than this, they just think of Genshin. That's all they think of. They don't necessarily think of other games in the space that might do particular things just a little bit better in regards to whether it's like events, co-op stuff, you know, like currency, pools, free stuff like that. And they just think, well, they do it better than Genshin, so it's the best in class. And it's just like, you know, it's a little bit disingenuous sometimes. Yeah, it's true as well. Yeah, generosity don't really mean shit at the end of the day. If the game ain't do what it needs to do, it don't really mean shit. Fuck off! How many pulls has it been since I got my last fail? Oh god, I always clicked the wrong one. I always end up getting mixed up between these two. I do. It wasn't many. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. Okay. Right, hopefully soon. Pardon me. What we got new? Boost resistance, liberation damage. Nice. Genius. Havoc damage and boost attack. I don't know. Shield's kind of nice, actually. Don't really need it in the minute, though. Let's go for the resonance boost. And then... let's go for the increase attack as well. And then let's chuck the heal on as well, aren't I?
Beckon the divine flame.
Low astral modulation. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Our lights shine through. Sacred light.
Together we vanquish. Who's the caged bird now?
The feeling of pain in war with time.
Together we vanquish.
Strike is one. Lend me your strength. Let it end.
Heals are nice off the ult though. They really are.
So, well met. I engraft you new. Loaded.
Be reduced to cinders.
Fine iron. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Embrace the change.
Together we vanquish.
Evil be cleansed. Strength
No, I love it, Chase. I do, man. I love it. Last few levels, this I got spanked fucking hard and even get a safety word, dude. Got instant one-shotted after it. I was just having that the higher levels are a bit more like some of the harder levels in holograms. Actually, quite like this event, actually, though. It's alright, it's alright. Soars through the air and deals 246% spectral damage or so many thunderbolts that strike nearby enemies up to 5 times each, hitting 48. That's kind of nice, actually. I just like that 15% though, man. I think that 15% is kind of nice. Maybe we switch that out. Don't really need the hills when you're running her, do we?
Stay calm. Loading.
Flames.
Embrace the change. Let's keep it fun.
Mind's eye. Reveal yourself.
Oh, you fuckface. How did I get caught by that, man?
Lend me your strength. Lost. Sever. Leave it to me. Astral modulation.
Together we vanish. Who's the caged bird now?
Find harmony. Necklace Sophia.
Bitch.
Oh, stars. Heed my calling. Embrace the change. Cross cut. Sever. Leave it to me.
Again?
I must not.
Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, this is why you want to fuck me? Yeah, go on then. Why not?
In war with time. Strike as one. Our lights shine through. Sacred light.
Together we vanish. Beckon the divine flames. Reveal yourself.
Lend me your strength. Cross. Sever. I engraft you new.
Who's the caged bird now?
Heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
Together we vanish.
Sever.
One.
Keep fucking up and letting him tag me every single time that movie. He's got me every single time. Like, what am I doing? Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Loading.
We're not going to talk about that.
In war
We're not going
with
to talk
time.
about that.
Triumph to
Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Known flow. Beckon the divine flame.
Leave it to me.
Alright, then that one didn't happen. Might have to pull virginity in the future, depends who he's on a rerun by now. Yeah, she's really good, man. She's super fun to use as well. I really like her. I just like how fluid she is, like, you know what I mean? I just like her rotation, her combinations, like, it's just something about it just feels super satisfying to do. Think about Baiji, if she's the G on a support crew, once you get her built correctly, she becomes even more useful than Farina in some cases. See, like, I do like Baiji. I just find it cumbersome to use, like I do. Kuro's generosity is absolutely unreal. All right, let's have a look. This video he's on about, yeah.
It's been almost...
All right, let's check out this video from Saint Tontas. Then Kuro's generosity is absolutely unreal. It's decent if you compare it to the Genshin, that's for sure, but it's not mental in the gacha space, in my opinion. That 93-second ping, though, this mission in the story running up to the boss was fucking awesome. So much fun. Like, really getting to the verge of, like, AAA quality stuff, Kurowa with this game, and got to give him credit for it.
It's been almost 2 weeks since version 1.3 launched, and this update has been everything players have asked for, and
Male Rover, though, bro, come on.
And more. Launching with an absurd number of quality of life updates, a brilliant new zone, and fantastic new game modes that have brought a refreshing spin to combat, many players would have been satisfied.
This mode, actually, I'm kind of enjoying this mode at the minute. I forgot what it's called. It's quite fun, though. And I guess if you're playing co-op as well, there's some enjoyment in that as well. I don't want to glaze events too much in this game, though. I think it's one of the weakest parts of Wuthering Waves, in my opinion. They're not bad, but I just think they could be so much better.
Satisfied with just these new features alone.
That was mid.
But this update also came with some of the best examples of listening that we've ever seen from developers. And that all comes through in the version's diabolically generous event rewards. Any player logging in today will find themselves face to face with some of
one thing I will say, this will sound like hypercritical, is I do want rewards. Of course, I do. You know, it's always good to get rewards. End of the day, it's a gacha game. As much rewards as you can get to reduce the amount you might potentially spend on the game is good. Might not be some good for Kuro, but it's great for us. But I don't want the cycle of events coming to the game just to be about that. I want rewards, but I want the events themselves to be the main factor. Again, not saying the events are bad. I just think they could do with a little bit of improvement. I feel like events, quite a lot of the events in this game, specifically, it's just about the rewards, the destination more than the journey's the important part of it, which I'd like to see improve a little bit more, in my opinion.
Of the most unique rewards we've ever seen. A massive collection of overworld upgrade materials and a whole 2 million shell credits.
Yeah,
these rewards, at a first glance, might seem surprising. Where are the asteroids, the tuners, and the Echo experience tubes? Some of the most highly requested resources.
For real, these are the most fucking, these things I've got, these things are like, you can get these, this is more like gold dust. Tuners, do you remember in 1.0 it was always like, dude, tuners, man, that's going to be the major bottleneck in the game. It's just not anymore.
In the game. Some could view these rewards as a sign that Kuro is losing their touch and starting to implement things that players aren't asking for. But the fact of the matter is that the opposite is what's actually taking place. Nearly every single event across version 1.3, and some in our prior versions of the game, have been directly fueled by the feedback of players. There's a reason why the game's rating across multiple regional Google Play stores has risen to the highest levels possible, and there's a reason why it's in the top 10 revenue generating games and others. That's a result of players' concerns and feedback getting directly addressed in as little as 5 weeks, or a
I do know what he's. I'll catch you later.
Single patch cycle. There aren't a lot of other developers in the gacha space who operate with this level of work ethic. Today we'll be diving.
I think that's an unfair thing to say. I definitely think that's an unfair thing to say. We don't know what the work ethic of all the developers in the space are, and I think there's a lot of gacha games out there that like are doing good stuff that like we just don't really see because they're not at the level of I don't even say scrutiny, but in terms of, you know, it gets a lot of not marketing, but there's a lot of eyes on Wuthering Waves, isn't there? Because like I say, I think when people specifically look at what Kuro are doing right or comparing what Kuro are doing to others, they always go straight to Genshin, Star Rail, Zenley Song Zero, and nothing else gets kind of took into the conversation, and people just make out that it's the best at all of these things without taking into account. There's a lot of gacha games that really are off a lot of people's radars that do a lot of these things really well as well.
Moving into why this is the case. Breaking down how Kuro displays their dedication for Wuthering Waves to the player base, how they continually implement that care in-game, and the
I do agree they're incredibly transparent though and reactive as well. They definitely do listen. There's not. I've got to give them credit for that. You know, I do like Kuro. They seem like they genuinely do love the game, and I respect that. Because we see a lot of it nowadays. There's a lot of developers, and I'm not even talking about gacha games here, I'm talking about games in general, that don't seem to care about the IP, don't seem to care about the fans, don't seem to care about reviews. It's all just about revenue first and foremost, and then looking good in the eyes of journalism as a second factor, and everything else just really doesn't matter to them.
Massive impact this level of listening is having on the player base as a whole. Playing and enjoying Wuthering Waves has never been easier, and it's safe to say that version 1.3 is the best time to experience this game. As always, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that like. And
I do think the next couple of banners though are going to pull some people over to Wuthering Waves. Who have been like, you know, it's not really for me, or just haven't been interested potentially. But I think Shorekeeper, Yoo-Hoo, Camellya, Lumi, in my opinion, obviously everybody's going to have a different view, but I feel like they're just, and obviously the rerun of Jian and Yinlin, I just feel like it's a really good time to potentially get into the game at the minute, just specifically for that. Not even thinking about the actual gameplay loop and events, because there's some banger banners coming up in the game. That I think after people have been seeing Camellya and Lumi and stuff like, I think they're big pulls for a lot of people. I think there will be, because man, I'm gonna say again, for a 4-star, Lumi looks amazing.
And subscribe button. Version 1.3 launched with quite possibly the most generous event in gacha gaming that a lot of players didn't recognize the immediate value of, and that was Parade of Stars. Teased a few days prior to the launch, it was clear that this event was designed to
Solo Leveling Arise is an incredibly predatory game. I can't remember what event it was though, but I have had an insane amount of pulls. I'm sitting at like well over 100 pulls on standard banner, bunch on premium banner, bunch on the weapon banners, got a bunch of really good gear as well. A game that a lot of people probably haven't played. It's incredibly predatory, and there's so many different expensive systems in the game, but the login event that's been going on since launch has been ridiculous. Like, you've been getting a 10 pull pretty much every day for logging in. Like, I'm sitting at hundreds of pulls waiting to be pulled on that game at the moment. For just, I got an SSR character as well the other day for logging in. So, if you venture outside the Huyo space as well, there are some insanely rewarding events in some games here and there. Now, don't get me wrong, some of these games are incredibly tight and predatory outside of these events, but some of the events are ridiculous.
To streamline the leveling and upgrading process of characters, with the shell credit and wave plate requirements for materials serving as a big barrier for players, especially this early on in release. These troubles were compounded by the fact that, well, most players also received a brand new 5-star limited character for completely free, and there was a lot of incentive to get this man up and running based off his strength and performance in endgame content alone. And when you factored in everything required to get a character at that level, many simply didn't have the time. This problem, in all honesty, was something that Kuro didn't really need to address at all. Resources and time constraints were and are one of the rules when it comes to gacha titles. Otherwise, how else could you manufacture the incentive to spend on all of those energy refreshes and upgrade material packs in the shop? The developers could have easily been a bit greedier here, and nobody would have blamed them either, considering the fact that they
I think that's a good point, to be fair. I don't think, well, I think some people, it'd be a bit jarring for them. But I think deep down, if they really looked at from an objective point of view, couldn't really begrudge Kuro if they did try and lean into that sort of stuff. You might not like it, but like they have been overall, I guess, kind of I don't want to say like generous to a point where they're more generous than anything anybody else is doing, but like they have definitely, the way they've gone about things and just the weapon guarantee and all that sort of stuff, I think has reduced the potential income at the moment. But I think, again, they're playing the long game potentially. Genshin's coming to the end of the game, there's only so long left in that game. Hopefully they're hoping to catch a bunch of those people as that game, kind of comes towards the end of all the stories, and just over time people see the quality and come over. Maybe they're playing the long game in that regard, which I think they are gonna. I'd hope they are anyway, because I think they're a developer that deserves it. Can start to really actually grow. Obviously, the banners after the next couple of banners will be a big factor that as well, and what they do in regards to characters and all that sort of stuff. So we'll have to look at it, but I do think we are going to see a turnaround, and mobile revenue as well will start to increase. Again, for me, I do think it's a small part of the revenue, because I think PC is just a major part of the revenue in this game. And obviously, when it comes to PS5 as well, is going to be a major factor also.
They just gave out one of the strongest characters in the game for completely free in the prior patch. But instead, Kuro took a different approach. They wanted players to focus more on the brilliant new content in the update, rather than the grind of leveling characters. They wanted people to enjoy 1.3 as much as possible, and the end result was one of the most absurd leveling and progression events we've ever seen. This event, spread across 4 different areas of progression, provide quite literally thousands of wave plates worth of materials spread across character experience, weapon experience, echoes, and skills. It has literally never been easier to upgrade new or neglected members of your roster and experiment with new styles of play.
I will say, actually, in regards to the materials, obviously I haven't gone through all the events yet. They are pretty generous. I'm trying to think of some other games as well that really do that. Man, PGR is insane in that regard sometimes.
Just in time for all of the version's fantastic new battles, with additions like the Infernal Rider hologram boss, Fairy Tail's finale's massive assortment of co-op hologram bosses, and perhaps most importantly of all, the new high-difficulty Overdrive Zone. However, these waveplate gated resources weren't the only materials that Kuro decided to focus on in this version's events. One of the biggest pain points widely expressed across the player base was the existential dread many felt whenever a character required these for their development. With these rings only dropping from exile mobs, which, unlike TDs, don't drop echoes, they were one of the most unappealing enemies to farm in the game, as you simply felt you were getting a lot less in return for your time invested. Even with these concerns addressed with new food released in version 1.1 that actually increased these drop rates significantly in the overworld, the fact of the matter was that at this point in the game, especially with all of the new content and game modes available, farming these mobs was not something a lot of players wanted to do. So Kuro
Yeah, we spoke about this before, actually. This is a fair point, to be fair.
Address these concerns directly. And in the newest Wuthering Exploration event, players are receiving the equivalent of hours of overworld farming in exchange for tasks as simple as looting one echo or killing a single boss. And what that means is that players have a lot more time to spend on things that they actually want to do in this game. However, someone viewing these event rewards by themselves might have the thought that Kuro is simply removing their Astrite in exchange for that reduction in the grind. But the truth is that these events are just additional rewards tacked onto the version. There's an absolutely absurd number of events running right now, with many of them rewarding Astrite, and we still have 3 more. The Infinite Battle Simulation, the Lolo Campaign Rerun, and the Mount Firmament Exploration Rerun in the near future, which will all be rewarding Astrite. That's just how generous Kuro is. The end result for all of these events is that players have honestly never had a better time playing.
I think Saint Tontas is anchoring for a potential sponsorship deal in the future with Kuro. No, I'm just joking. He's very positive of the game, though. But you know, I find it hard to be negative about this stuff, really. Again, for me, I do think individual events could be a little bit better. I'm kind of enjoying this one I'm playing at the minute, this finale one that's supposed to be co-op. I'm doing it solo, but I'm kind of enjoying myself at the minute. But as somebody who has been very critical of events in Wuthering Waves, you know, yeah, I can't be too mad really at the minute.
This game, and you don't have to just take my word for it. There wouldn't be any other way for the game's rating across multiple platforms to skyrocket in the way that it has across the past few weeks. And it's all...
I'll just say, man, like, I got one dude who comments on my videos pretty much every time I make a video where I'm like, quite positive about this game, or even make some comparisons to Genshin, and they keep using the argument that revenue equals quality as if it's like, as if that is like centered in any sort of reality, other than that it just means that more people are willing to spend. Now you could have that argument that, well, there's got to be some sort of quality there because people are willing to spend, but revenue really doesn't reflect quality at all. Because I even said, I was like, look at Walmart, the revenue they take. You don't look at Walmart as quality. McDonald's, they make a lot more money than some high quality restaurants, but it doesn't mean McDonald's is quality. And I was like, that's the worst analogy ever. And I was like, well, it's not. You know, I know we're not talking about gacha games, but it's a fair thing to say, you know, just because revenue is high doesn't mean the thing that you are selling is actually quality. You know what I mean? These sort of things do reflect quality though. Review scores. Or at least people's feelings towards the game in that particular point in time anyway.
Due to the fact that Kuro has directly
a lot more
taken
than revenue
the feedback
does anyway.
of players and directly implemented it into the game. And they did it without attaching any strings at all. However, there's something to be said about this insane level of generosity when it comes to the wave play constrained resources. Kuro is, in a lot of ways, removing some of the incentives for players to spend on the game. You can see this in the items across the bundle shop that directly supply the exact leveling and upgrade materials that we're getting in mass from many of the version's events. While these bundles are probably some of the least efficient in the shop and probably weren't frequently bought except by the blubberiest of whales, there's now even less incentive to spend here, simply because there's less of a need, and also
to
spend here, simply because there's less of a need, and also because of the fact that these events can rerun in the future, making these bundles even more unnecessary in the long run. A hope for a lot of players is that Kuro starts integrating some new revenue streams into the game. There's been a lot of buzz every single time new promotional art featuring our favorite characters gets dropped.
I shared this in the community. Dude, on the community tab on my channel, that skin for Yinlin though, take my money. Take my money. You guys can't see that. Let me just get rid of myself a second. Take my money. I'll buy that straight away. Yeah, again, for me, skins, big factor. If they start dropping skins, I think they'll see a massive increase in the revenue, especially if they have a decent turnover of and variety of skins for all the characters. They don't just do it for a couple of characters. They do it like, you know, like PGR where there's a bunch of different stuff and just lean heavy into it. I think there's a massive revenue source potential for Kuro if they start doing skins. I really do, because they've got some of the best, if not the best looking character models in the space. I'd say at the moment, in terms of like 3D high fidelity visuals, I'd say probably Zenless and Wuthering Waves have probably got the best looking characters. And I'm just talking in terms of like 3D quality, maybe not people's preference in design. But I just think there's so much potential revenue stream there if they start bringing out a bunch of skins, because how good the characters look. You know, people are going to want the characters to look cool in different ways as well, aren't they?
People want skins, and these could easily be one of the best ways, aside from new character releases, to get more people opening their top-up menu. Kuro's doing a lot for the player experience with their listening, but some of it is coming at the cost of their revenue in the shop. Let's hope we can start seeing some more highly requested features added to the game very soon. We know that Kuro listens, after all. As always, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Peace
good
out.
video, man. Good video, good video. Yeah, definitely a bit of glazing going on. He's killing it there, man. 42k views. Dude, he's smashing it recently. It's weird. He's getting way more views. Like, he's growing quick, but how many views is he getting? I thought he'd be at 20k plus subscribers now. I really did. He's killing it. I'll drop a like on that as well. All right. Okay. Cool. I don't hate on the glazing though, if I'm honest. Fucking hell, the game keeps doing this to me at the minute. Freaking hard it is. It's freaking hard. What is this? Inside sky. Individual calculating the arrival element. Oh, it's a Stardust collection one. Okay. I think this patch attracted a lot of attention for more than a few creators. I think it's been a decent patch as well, actually. Do you mean in terms of, oh, you mean, yeah, I was going to say, what do you mean in intention? And you're talking straight up views, yeah. Yeah, definitely. You know, like, well, I've only really done one video, in the last week. I suppose 2, I guess, really, regards to this, particular update, but the one I did yesterday, that's done alright, it's done like 3,500 views, which for me, that's really good. And the Genshin comparison I made did like 7+ K views, which is really good as well. YouTube's been a bit weird the last few days though. Like there's only zone 0 video I put up. Literally all day yesterday, did nothing. Woke up today, it had done like 70 views. And then by the end of today, it's at like 1.6K views. It's like YouTube's really like having these little pumps here and there where videos really pop and then slow down and then pop and slow down. Which, you know, isn't anything odd. It's just weird when they shoot up that much. Like when I was looking in the analytics, it was just flatlining, then it just went boing, pretty much vertical. Yeah, yo, I must say though, they're getting a lot of asteroids, I must admit. But mine are going straight out as soon as I come back in. Give me that C2, man! Give me that fucking C2 so I can start saving, you bastards. You don't want me getting Camellya, do ya? You just don't want it happening. That's what it is. They want me to open my wallet, man. They're being mean. They're being mean, chat. They are. Okay, so this is when it gets onto the more difficult ones, I think, yeah. Eminence head on. Let's go with, what's this one? Reduce incoming damage. Let's go with Monkey. Let's go with that 15%. This game as well. There we go. This might bring the healing one in soon. Astral modulation.
Together we vanish.
Be reduced to cinders.
The sky beckons. Let it end. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Together we vanish. Vow from the soul, going out floating. Sever! Lend me your strength. Leave it to me. In war with time. Together we vanish.
Who's the caged bird now?
Oh, you bitch. Oh,
Thine harmony, heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
I've already fucked off the reservation then.
Embrace the change. Strike fast.
Be reduced to cinders.
Moment of awakening. Let it end. Thunder guide us.
Thunder guide us. Astral modulation. Yeah, man, we need more British characters, man. I know I'm biased, but I'm here for that. Astral modulation. It sounds good, doesn't it? What's the, oh. Some axe. Damn. Complete Ravenfield challenge. Complete Path of the Thorn challenge. Oh, here we go. This is the where they get a little bit more difficult, yeah. Astral modulation. Yeah, and I know apparently, I think because, you know, some of the issues they had with the initial voice acting, I think they're going to be leaning into the accents a little bit more now, aren't they? Instead of trying to get a lot of the voice actors to do American accents. But, you know, I don't want it all to be, obviously, all to be British, like. But, yeah, man, I'll take it. Like, say, man, an Irish accent. Hey, a Scottish accent as well, that'd be cool. You know, some European ones as well, man. We need some European love, you know what I mean? Like, character with, like, a bit of a French twang would be cool. You know, Italian. I even go for a bit of German as well. You know what I mean? British.
Loading. Sending strength.
Reveal yourself.
Astral modulation.
Together we vanish. Who's the caged bird now?
How do I do things? What's the word, get me?
So be it.
No need to dwell on it. Mind's eye. Clear as the blaze. No need to dwell on it.
Loading. Strike as one. Lend me your strength. Oh, stars, heed my calling. In war with time. Stay calm.
Be reduced to cinders. The cycle of life.
Ability flows. Do not impede.
Oh, straight up dodge
Do
that.
not impede. Do not
Straight up
impede.
dodge that.
Together we fight.
You're deluded, bitch. You're deluded. Promise.
Loading.
My blade yearns. Mind's eye reveals itself.
Lend me your strength. Fast in starlight. Strike fast. Evil be cleansed.
All over the place in this room, to be fair.
Leave it to me. I engraft you new.
Together we vanish. Beckon the divine flame.
Strike is one. I must shine through. Take flight. Sacred light. Thunder guide us.
Good door in the sky there, then.
Vow from the soul. Loaded.
Mind reveal yourself.
Lend me your strength. Fluorescent shadows.
Oh man, I really got knocked out in the animation. Okay.
Durability lowered. Astral modulation.
Fuck you, game.
Together we peace. Triumph through sacrifice. My blade yearns. Triumph through sacrifice. Who's the caged bird now?
Strike is one. Lend me your strength. Loaded. Moment of awakening. Fine harmony. Stay fierce.
What are you doing that, man?
Punched.
I'm expecting the rocket to come in, that's right. Switch characters in the door. What's going on?
One wrong
Glory known.
Bro, I am getting fucked in the ass now.
Punched. I engraft you new.
Couldn't switch characters at all.
Loaded.
mind's eye. Reveal yourself.
I'm not with it today, boys. I'm not with it today. Playing like shit.
Lend me your strength. Together we fight. Fast in starlight. Evil be cleansed.
We fucked that up big time. Fucked it up big time, boys. Yeah, I was spamming between my screen and watching it. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I just switched to shortkeeper as well when I was Camellya at the minute.
Loading. Stay calm. Lend me your strength. Embrace the change. Find harmony. I must come through. In war with time.
Together we vanquish. My book beckon the divine flame.
Fierce.
Okay. I'm getting caught every time by that man. My dodge is just nothing for you.
Triumph through sacrifice. Mind's eye.
Strike is one.
Character lost or something, man. I don't know what's going on.
Astral modulation.
What happened to switch characters?
And shed no tear for me.
Yeah, and that happened to me just, man. Got locked in that animation.
Embrace the Lend me your strength. So there's...
Dude, that gets me every time. What the fuck?
Loading. In war
I'm not sure
with
there's much
time.
of a fucking hologram on this brick.
Together we vanish. Together we fight. Let it end. Together we vanish. My blade yearns. Reveal Sophia. Lend me your strength. I engraft you new. Loading. Oh, stars, heed my calling.
I think I might switch out that Juhei
Back in
Echoid or
stars.
whatever it's called.
Evil be cleansed. Together we vanish. Sever.
Be reduced to cinders. No need to dwell on.
Leave it to me. Diminish. I'm fine.
Can't carry.
Together we
Fucking character switch.
Unnecessary.
What is the deal with that, man?
loading. In war with time.
Like it's locking me out of switching characters.
Lend me your strength. Fluorescent shadows. The sky beckons. Thunder guide us.
Yeah, but fucked.
Let it end.
I'm gonna switch back to Chang Li then. It's having none of you. I'm trying to switch out to Shorekeeper. It's having none of you.
Together we vanish. Beckon the divine flame.
My blade. Astral modulation.
Astral modulation.
Cover.
Reveal yourself.
Okay, fuck you. Let me see what time that's got now.
Yay.
Just keep fucking with it, man.
Together we vanish.
Yeah, we're gonna clear this again. I'm slacking here, boys, man.
Strike is wide. Lend me your strength.
Triumph through sound. Be reduced to cinders.
Cover. Honor. So heaven ordains. Banish all vice. I engraft you new.
Yeah, we're clearing this.
Loading.
Not now, this one anyway.
Embrace the change.
Might as well check that Juhei.
Moment of awakening.
Together we vanish.
Crosscut. Sever.
Yeah, we're off by about 30 seconds at least, ain't we? Off by about 30 seconds at least. I think I might switch out that Juhei. You know what though, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get back and we'll clear it tomorrow. Because it's like 11:30 now. Rose is back as well. I'm gonna go and chill with her for half an hour. If she's still awake, I bet she's fell asleep though. Yeah, we're just off it a little bit there. It didn't even an issue with damage, man. We're just fucking it with our rotation. I don't know what's going on though, man. He procs a weird stagger thing when he hits you is what you think you dodge, but in reality you're just walking locked in animation. Yeah, I was getting anywhere. Like, I was trying to switch out from Chang Li a couple of times then as well, and I couldn't switch out. It's weird. I've never had that happen. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna need to do we're gonna do some echo farming as well. I do want to get through this event though. We'll get this done tomorrow. Do some echo farming. We'll get some more mats as well. Do a little bit of continue the pre-farming for Camellya. Yeah, we're getting slapped to bed a little bit then. I didn't think we get slapped so hard there actually. I wasn't getting my rotations good at all though then, man, and I wasn't using my equids properly. Let me have a look at the other ones actually first. We got the increase of basic attack. On that one, reduce target's vibration strength by 40% if the target is immobilized for this attack. Increases the damage it takes by 15% to reduce all resonators. Resonance cooldown by... I might go with that actually. I might go with your boy. Might switch out Jinsey as well, maybe. Maybe bring in Jian or Zhangli Yao, maybe. Because we are getting into the higher levels now. We do need to start looking at the team a little bit more, rather, because like you could spam through all these. We need to start switching it up a little bit, don't we? I should move after the first time we immobilize you. Jinxie's not great for that, boss. Yeah, I'm we're gonna switch her out, but I'm thinking instead of running that Juhei, thinking of using the Mephis. Maybe even put the healing on Suffice. Sure keeper. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll get back at it. I'm gonna go chill now, boys. Shout out to everybody who's been hanging out today, guys. I will be back on in the morrow. I'll probably be a lot earlier tomorrow because Rosie's she's going to watch my niece dance, and I think she goes out at 9:30. I think my sister's picking him up at 9:30. So yeah, I'll probably just jump on then, because I'll probably chill with Rosie in the evening because she's working down in London for a couple of days in the week, so I ain't gonna see her much. So yeah, we'll get on in the day, I think. So yeah, probably run a Gian. Might even you know what? Actually, what's my Mortifi at? No, I need to build him a little bit. I was thinking about running my Mortifi. I ain't ran him for a while, but I forgot I leveled him up. Oh, as well, you can use I might use calculator, man. I ain't using for ages. Might be fun. Might be fun. Probably not great for that particular one, but yeah. Anyway, chat, appreciate you. If you haven't already, quick plug, check out the video we uploaded earlier and the videos that I've uploaded the last couple of days. Shout out to everybody who's been watching the videos recently as well. You guys have been killing it, man. Absolutely smashing it on the views, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it very much. I will hopefully have a video that goes up tomorrow. I didn't really get anything from today's stream, but we'll have a little look. If there's anything I can record off stream, maybe we'll do that as well. I don't know yet, just yet. But yeah, I want to say thank you for hanging out, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening, or the night. Stay safe, all that good stuff, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Probably going to get live around about, I don't know, I'll probably get on about 11 a.m. probably, and we'll stream. We'll stream all day. We'll do some of this. We'll do some Zenly Zone Zero. We'll do a bit of PGR as well. We'll do a little bit of everything, but we're going to do some farming, and we'll clear this event, or at least do a few of these, and then do a bit of farming as well, because I don't want to spend all day on it, because we've still got 11 days left. And maybe do some of the other events as well. What's left on all the others? 11 on that. Slows on that. We got these trials as well. We'll do these. Actually, on 11 days on that. At least get the Do the hazard as well. Resets on that, doesn't it? In oh shit. Let's look at these as well, aren't I? Yeah, man. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Love your faces. Ta-ra!